Yo, what's good? We're here. We're back. We got two guests this time, so we had to take the table and we had to put the extendo on it. So we got the long extended table today. Shout out to all of the fans that are watching right now. Shout out to you if you're watching on YouTube. We have two guests today. Glasses Malone is returning for the second time.
Resident guest.
The first time.
You call him Rob Parker?
The first time he came through.
Say no way, no how.
Rob Parker.
The first time he came through. It was interesting. We talked about Dennis Rodman.
No, that was the second time.
That's the second time?
I think that was the second time. That was the second time. The first time we talked about.
Just say the last time.
The first time we talked about Steph Curry and Kyrie.
Oh yeah, damn.
That was that time.
Damn, Glass, I didn't even know it was the third time. You're right. You are Rob Parker.
The second time we talked about.
You gotta come through with some bullshit.
The second time we talked about.
Hold on.
I know he
ever came through here with some bullshit.
Hold on, I'm not gonna wait.
Come on, man. You said Shaq was better than Dennis Rodman, so we
I
already.
said Dennis Rodman was better than Shaq. That was some bullshit.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna let you talk about.
Even worse.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you talk about Rob Parker like that.
What?
Shout out to Detroit.
It's no
First off, Rob Parker is one of the best analysts and one of the realest and most honest person I heard in sports.
But we know what Rob Parker does.
What does he do?
He comes through and he dynamically shifts stuff where everybody's just like, "What are you talking about? How did you even come up with that?"
I get the same.
So that's why you are Rob Parker.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
I guess take the compliment.
I think that's a compliment.
That's no disrespect. That's a compliment.
Man,
He's a legend. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Nah.
Hey.
Nah, I mean honestly, like the more you hear the Shaq Dennis Rodman take, I can rationalize with it.
If you believe what you're saying, then I respect it.
This is the truth. Not only do I believe what I be talking about, it makes sense.
No, I feel you.
If you come out of superhero mode of who died for your sins and stop treating people like that and let them be judged, then everything I'm saying makes sense. Like I'm telling, like Dennis Rodman is better than Shaq defensively.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a better rebounder. Probably just as good of a passer.
It's a better passer. It's a better passer.
Right?
It's a better passer.
So then on the offensive end, scoring is where the separation happens, right?
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, that's it. Rodman is a better offensive rebounder.
Like it's not really that. Like it's
probably
not
the greatest
that
offensive rebounder.
Like
He took up a lot of
that
space though on the court.
How is that a skill? Because you
It's
just
an attribute.
Yeah, I think he has fantastic attributes, right? But then you got to use them to win championships. That's fair to say, right? You got to win them to win.
Like it's like it makes sense. It's not that wild.
No,
like I can actually rationalize where it comes from. It's really not that wild.
Man. I'm from Detroit. I rock with the Pistons. Yeah. All three of the championships.
He won y'all all three of those.
I wouldn't say he won.
Two of them.
I wouldn't say he won them. I wouldn't say he won the two of them. I wouldn't say he won the two of them, but he was a very, very integral part. And
even Wallace was a junior Dennis Rodman.
And even offensively,
a junior Dennis Rodman.
He was his own man.
He's better than Ben.
You know how we got Ben Rodman?
No, he wasn't, man.
No,
he wasn't.
Dennis Rodman was the first ballot Hall of Fame.
Dennis Rodman wouldn't have been able to guard 2000 Shaq.
Hey, you know how they got Ben Wallace?
He wouldn't have been able to guard 2000 Shaq. He wouldn't have been able to guard 2000 Shaq.
Ben Wallace ain't guard 2000 Shaq.
Wait, man, who did
he guarded fucked up toe Shaq?
That was still 2000 Shaq. Shaq won a ring after that.
Shaq won hard.
Shaq won a ring after that. He averaged 20 and 10 for like 4 years after that.
G, so that was prime Shaq. That was prime Shaq, G.
It ain't what you
when
mean?
He got to Miami with D-Wade, that was prime Shaq. We watched the same goddamn finals, G.
Okay,
We watched the same finals, G.
Okay, then so then you telling me that he basically where LeBron is now. Then
why you acting like 20 and 10 is not good?
Okay, I'm fine with that. If that's what you want to say, I'm fine with that.
Kobe and LeBron,
that's what you want to say,
they all in the same place right now.
If that's what you want to say, I'm fine with that.
Kobe, we're watching LeBron. LeBron is Kobe in 2011. 2012, 2013.
Come on,
LeBron is
I don't really hate that.
They the same guy. I don't know what
LeBron's got a lot of assists to be Kobe.
No, he's saying like as far as like stage in their career. Whereas like they're a little bit past their prime and still hooping, but they a little bit past their prime.
They out of their prime. You know, they had their twilight moment. LeBron's twilight moment was Golden State. Coming back 3-1.
That was his twilight moment.
That was his twilight moment.
No, I still think he was in his prime then.
No, that was over.
No, I just.
But if you're close to averaging a triple,
Kobe's twilight was 2010. That was his swan song.
No, I think the last year of Bron's prime was last year in Cleveland.
Could he just be
last year in Cleveland?
2011.
Could he just be in a different prime though? Because I mean, he's pretty much close to averaging a triple double.
He's not his prime.
Yeah,
he's not his prime.
So
he hooping still. He hooping still.
That's a lot of.
Literally, it's costing us wins.
He's washed.
He's costing you wins. You only lost a couple times.
Yeah, but he's costing us wins. We're playing nobody. Like the games we need to win, we need to win.
Yeah,
those games.
You guys
Us beating Sacramento,
anybody.
I just don't. I'm grateful. Thank you for the Sacramento win.
As long as the Lakers
I don't want you playing 38, 39 minutes to beat Sacramento.
As long as the Lakers
You're in year
beat who they
17, you
supposed
playing
to
38
beat.
minutes.
As long as the Lakers beat who they're supposed to beat,
The Clippers and the Raptors.
they're going to be the number 1 seed. And you know what? It doesn't matter if the Clippers have a better record than them in the
It's not the Clippers we got to win.
playoffs.
The
You know why?
We're not going to win one game against the Clippers. It's not the Clippers we got to worry about.
I think.
But I'm saying if they play them in the playoffs, everybody got the same advantage. They both playing at Staples. They both sleeping at home in their own bed. There's none of this road game, traveling, and all that
This is not.
stuff.
We're talking about a 17-year player and 2 players in the prime of their career. Why is this even a conversation? Sorry. Why is it always a Santa Claus effect with LeBron James?
Because
Look at love. Like, what is the make it so
Hey, we
hard?
named this episode LeBron and Santa Claus.
He is.
That
What
man
is the
said,
point of keeping stats and numbers if you're not going to go by it?
Well, stats and numbers matter with efficiency, right? And then you compare his own stats. His efficiency is trash.
Whose efficiency is trash?
For LeBron James, it's trash.
It's not trash.
What are you talking about? He's like one of the top players in the
trash.
league in efficiency.
It's not trash.
Is he?
How? Yes.
Compared to who?
How,
It's not
compared
trash.
to the
He's
rest
shooting-
of them.
He's shooting 47% from the field, 30% from 3. That's
He's the
like.
Tell me the last time
three is
LeBron James
bad.
shot 47% from the field.
He's the
Last
6th most
time,
efficient player in the league, but really fit.
Was first year in
'Cause Zubac
Cleveland.
is fast.
First year in Cleveland.
And he's always been the first.
First year in Cleveland. First
Well, you
year
can't
in
be the
Cleveland.
first when you have usage like Giannis and James Harden.
I
You
disagree
can't be
with
the
that.
first
I disagree
because you're
with
not
that.
in your prime.
I
It's
disagree with
over.
that.
You can't-
Zubac don't have high usage. Zubac's
Yeah,
usage
but-
is super low, but
yeah,
he's top
playing
30 in
15,
PR.
but he's playing 15
So what?
minutes.
You just said
Extrapolate
you just
that
said
out.
you just said usage. What's
Giannis
Giannis
is
is-
number
Look at
one.
Zubac's
That's
per
not-
36.
it's not- it's
Zubac's per
over, bro.
36
Giannis
are
is-
good.
it's
No, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Giannis is number one because he does- because
You said
Giannis is
extrapolate
great.
that out. Look at Zubac's per 36. His per 36 numbers.
He don't play 36
because-
minutes.
But that's
That's
not
why
the
they
point.
have a per
That's not-
36.
But that's not the point, though.
Am I right?
That's not the point, though. The
He's
point that I'm making is
over.
I'm not
that
saying
the point that I'm
Zubac
making
is
is
not
you
right. I think he
said
should
said
start.
high usage.
I
I'm
think he
saying
should give him
Zubac
a-
is not a high
It's
usage
not
player,
about his
but he
usage.
still
That's not
has a
the
high
problem. The
PR.
problem is
You don't need
James
to be a
Harden
high
takes
usage player to be
every-
I mean, look,
efficient.
Hold
to
on.
be fair,
Hold on a
Bron is
minute.
top 10 in PR. He's top 10 in PR. It's not like he's not
My
on
question
that
is,
no
my
more.
question, no, but this
Listen,
is, I'm asking the question
The
though.
washed version of Bron we talking about.
He's not wise. Don't say wise.
He is.
Don't say
I'm
wise.
asking
He's
the
not
question,
wise.
though.
The
He's not
washed
wise.
version of Bron we're talking about is probably a top 15 player.
That's fair, but he's not wise. I don't
He's
want to say
probably
he's
the third
wise.
best small forward in the NBA as a
Wait,
washed player.
LeBron is still not top 10?
No,
It's
He's top 10.
arguable.
He's top 10. He's
It's
top 10.
arguable.
I think he's
It's
top 10.
I mean, right now, the
He's
first
top
10 games
He's
in
top
the
10. He's top
right
10.
now.
He's
First
top
10
10.
games.
He's
Right
top
now,
10.
he top
The first 10
5.
games, he
First
top
10
5
games.
right now. To the first 10 games, he 5
He
right
top
now.
5 right now in the first 10 games.
So you saying by the end of the year, you think LeBron is going to drop
be the
to a
third
top
best small
15?
forward in the NBA for sure.
I mean, that's fair. I think
Third
Kawhi.
best.
Yeah.
Third best small forward.
Have, G,
Y'all still
has-
let me ask my
So
question.
Paul
which two
George
are going to be
Kawhi
better?
Leonard. Paul George
Y'all
Kawhi
just
Leonard.
gonna ignore,
PG
keep
and
ignoring
Kawhi.
me trying to
Same
ask
niggas
this
on the same
question.
team.
That's how y'all feel?
Kawhi Leonard don't play.
John, I'm
He don't
asking you a
play.
question about
Hold on.
something you
Wait
said
a second.
earlier. You still ain't listening. Stop ducking
What?
this argument.
What?
You
Ducking
said
this
that
conversation.
LeBron's usage rate, you said he don't have the same usage rate as Giannis and Harden, so you said therefore his PR ain't that high. That don't make sense. I'm asking you, are you saying that a player's usage rate is equivalent to his PR rate, or that you can only
I'm saying
have a
that-
high PR rate if you got a high
I'm
usage
saying-
rate?
this
I
is
don't
what
see
I'm
that.
saying.
Look at
This
it.
is
That's
what
what I
I'm
said.
saying.
Look at Zubac. Zubac has a
saying
very
this
high
is-
efficiency rate. It's about how efficient you are, not about how many minutes you playing.
I have no problem
Zubac
with
don't have the same
Zubac.
responsibilities.
What I'm
That's
saying
So I'm
is,
asking you. That's
if
what I'm
LeBron-
asking y'all.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
also
I'm asking
Zubac
y'all.
don't have the same responsibilities as Bron.
It's
on the
not an issue
basketball
about.
court.
It's not an issue about responsibility. Though.
If LeBron James was on Houston and Russell Westbrook was sitting out,
Yeah.
LeBron James could do the same thing James Harden
No, he
did
couldn't. You're
last
lying.
night.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
41
You're lying.
shots?
You're lying. No, you're lying.
Has he ever
You're
did
lying.
shot
You're lying.
41 shots?
Has he ever shot 41 times?
You're lying.
No,
You're
because he
lying.
doesn't want to.
No,
So then
that's
he
not the
can't
best
do
version
what
of
James
Bron.
Harden
That's
does.
not that. You're lying.
Who
You're
wants to
lying.
shoot 41
You're lying.
times?
You're
Kobe
lying.
Bryant,
You're lying.
Michael
G.
Jordan,
That's not. No, you're
James,
lying.
every scoring guard in the NBA.
Exactly. Bron can't score enough to shoot 41
Who
times.
wants to shoot 41 times? That's so inefficient.
How is it
LeBron
if he get you
can't
to
Bron
win?
had shot 41 times once in his life. Now it's in the finals when everybody was hurt.
LeBron James.
LeBron James can't score well enough to be able to shoot. What?
LeBron James cannot wrap his mind around shooting the ball
Because
that
he
many
can't
times.
score that good.
And it's
To
a lot of
warrant
work.
doing it.
It's a lot of
Okay,
work.
all right.
It's a lot of work.
So
It's a lot of arms.
look,
What's up?
But it's not fair to
I
put that
remember.
on. It's
What's
not
up?
fair to put that
I
on
remember
the scoring
so
guard.
my
in the
Detroit
small
Pistons
forward.
played against LeBron, and LeBron scored 25 straight points on us
On the free throw line, he got hot.
Put us out the
He got hot.
Put us out the playoffs.
How many times have you seen
and
LeBron
put
do
the
that?
dynasty
Though?
away?
How many times have you seen LeBron do that? Dynasty, you would never dynasty. Stop. How many
One
times have you
time.
seen LeBron do that?
Wait.
You would never dynasty.
Stop. Dynasty,
Stop
G.
lying.
Them 2015 wasn't no dynasty.
Name.
They won a dynasty. Now look, they did with the conference a couple times. That happened. That's not the definition of a dynasty.
I just
No.
wanted to make sure I got it.
They showed that you can win a different way. How about that? Okay, not a dynasty,
Okay.
but they showed you can win a different way.
That's fair. Okay.
Ooh.
The Detroit Pistons the last time they
What did
won.
they show you that you can win? How?
They showed that you can win.
With defense?
Because the greatest team of all time won through defense.
They showed that you
Including the
can.
Warriors.
They showed that you
That ain't
can
even
win
it.
by holding people to 60-some points.
Well, you know that's not really. That's just defense.
Yeah, that's not really a new concept though.
Yeah, but people don't play defense, so it must be a concept.
Yeah, but
The
that's what
Raptors played
NBA
defense
yeah,
last year.
exactly. The way is like
Yes, they
the way to
play
beat the
defense,
Warriors is
yeah.
never through offense. It's always through defense. Through defense.
Well,
You're
they
never
make
gonna
3-point
outscore.
shots too.
I mean, timely shots, yeah, but even a lot of
A
shots.
three-point shot is very hard. Like, somehow it started becoming easy. That's why nobody shoots 50% from three. Still a very
it's a
inefficient
very hard
shot.
shot. It's a hard shot.
Nobody
Bro.
shoots 50 from
I
three.
disagree with that.
I mean, people do, but it's
I
like
Not
rare.
really.
I disagree with that.
For sure.
I don't think that the 3-point shot is a hard shot. I just think that it's a shot the emphasis didn't used to be on having
probably
to
the
learn
hardest shot
how
in
to
the
You
game.
can
shoot it.
shoot 50 from three if you're only shooting like 3 or 4 a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
you
you're a
shoot
volume shooter, you
15,
shooting
Name,
threes.
name a
It
person
helps
in
your
their career.
true shooting percentage,
Listen,
right?
From the history,
Yeah.
from the history
Exactly.
of basketball, there's been players that shot 3 and 4 threes. Career, there's nobody that shot 50%.
50%. Yeah. Shoot
A
50%.
career?
Yeah.
Career,
From
ever.
three is hard.
So nobody's ever made 1 of 2 for their career.
Legler and Kerr was pretty close.
And they not it. And they not even close. They not even
They was pretty
48,
close.
49%.
No, they was pretty close.
They're like 45,
That's like two people out of like the
44.
whole history of basketball.
And it's like 44.
It's hard to do.
It's not like
a 3-point shot is very, very hard to do.
the
It's a very hard
difference between
shot.
the 3-point and 2-point. If somebody shot
It's not
44%,
hard if they're not playing
from the
defense.
2-pointer, you be like,
Yeah, you like
he be
what
all
the
right.
hell.
He
A
all
three
right.
pointer is
Yeah.
not hard if you're not playing defense anymore. Like Paul George, like the game against the Hawks. I mean, he's just walking in the shots.
I mean, he was hooping their ass clean up too.
The Hawks are garbage though.
They are garbage. They are terrible. But let's not act like they wasn't out there trying to guard
Especially
him.
the
They
wings
just
they
couldn't.
had guarding him.
I mean, yeah, they had rookies.
So Paul George is a tough guard.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a tough guard regardless.
Atlanta don't really have the kind of person to defend him.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So when you talk about the Lakers and the Clippers, they're going to have plenty games where they can just walk in the shots. And so by default, they win in 50, 55 games.
I don't,
Just off that.
I don't even know if neither one of them teams going to
By
win 50.
default, by default.
I'm talking about the Lakers and the Clippers.
I don't think neither one of them
know
teams
about
going to
that,
win 55.
man.
Wait, you don't
Okay,
think?
bro.
Wait,
I don't
you don't
know.
think the Lakers and the Clippers going to win 55
It
games?
depends on how
That's a
healthy
lot.
Kawhi
They already got
is,
10
bro.
wins.
It's-
That's a
it's-
lot, bro.
it's-
You
it's
telling me they're not
The
gonna
Lakers,
45
the
more?
Lakers had the softest schedule probably of all the teams.
The Lakers got the 15th ranked schedule, I think.
And
I saw
literally
yesterday.
they made the
And
most
Clippers had the
improvement.
second.
Winning 50
Harden.
games is not that hard.
It is that hard. The Suns are good.
You used to have to win 50 games just to make the playoffs in the West.
But you
No,
still
that
do.
was recently.
Yeah, recently.
At one time, you could make with like 43, 44.
That's the East.
No,
here.
You can
West
make
too,
it 38
West
and
No, back then
42.
on the East, you could have a losing record.
Right, you
Yeah.
can make it 38 and
Losing record.
42 in the East.
Yeah. No, but that's not. It's listen. Again, without the BS, LeBron is having. We only could compare LeBron James to LeBron James. So
I agree.
compared to LeBron James' career, he's inefficient. It's okay. It's okay to admit that he didn't die for your sins. It's
That he's
okay.
inefficient?
It's okay.
Yes.
He's slowing down. And
He's
there's nothing wrong
slowing
with
down.
that.
He's already been.
You can
slow.
say less efficient, but not inefficient.
Well, I think at this point it's
Those are two different concepts.
What's his
well,
Inefficient?
We're talking only compared to LeBron James.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
only
he's
compared to
inefficient.
LeBron. Only compared to
If we
LeBron.
compare, listen.
If he's inefficient,
the Watch
he might as
King
well
is still a
retire.
top 15 player.
He might as well retire. If
Okay,
he's
look, his true
inefficient.
shooting is at 55 right now. You really want it about to be about 60.
For LeBron
I
James,
don't care,
He's
I
gonna
don't
be
care
about
about
six.
his true shooting.
No.
What's his field goal percentage? What is his field goal percentage? What is his 3-point percentage?
Listen, but
What is his
listen,
free
but
throw
listen,
percentage?
listen,
I
no,
wanna
no,
see
but
no
listen,
70%.
true shooting
listen what I'm saying. Like, for instance, like when I even talk about Harden, right? Okay, like if the man goes, listen,
Harden is different though.
But you
Harden's a scoring guard.
I know, but you listen. If you go like 2 of 13 from 3, right? But you go 5 of 7 from the field, and you go 18 of 22 at the line. Like when you add in all the percents, it's gonna average out to about you shot 60% in total.
Nah, I get what you said, but no.
Why not?
Because
No, which I respect. I was the harshest on Harden game, but listen, he's one of the better scoring guards I've seen. I like him. I mean, I don't know. What's funny is I see them in the finals this year getting the ball.
Bro, like I
don't see them in the finals.
I
see them
think
in the finals.
the
I think
only
that's
team
gonna
I
be
think
a
they
tough
can't beat
sled.
is the Clippers.
I think they could beat the Clippers.
It'll be hard though.
Well, I think this is the problem. The same problem we talked about this before the season started. The Lakers are gonna have, the Clippers are gonna have. I want to see how they're gonna do it. If Paul George is not willing to pay the front court, you're gonna pretty much alleviate your guards.
I will say this: in a game against New Orleans, I was encouraged, and also sometimes when I go to practice, I see him working in the post a lot. Like I see him with Sam Cassell working on like basically one dribble phase, and then I even saw when they played the game against New Orleans. Granted, it didn't happen against the Hawks. They didn't really need it though.
They need it to the extent that Kevin Durant was for Golden State.
Exactly.
To win a title or to really be a real champion, you need the best out of all 5 players. Unless you have a group of like Miami Heat, where you have a group of very over talented players, then you don't need the best. But the way all the NBA teams are set up now, you need the best out of all 5 players on the court.
I can agree with that.
I don't think you could get the best out of AD and the best out of LeBron this year the same.
The good thing for the Rockets is it's easy for them to determine who their best 5 players are.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's hard for the Lakers and the Clippers to determine who their best 5 players are.
I can agree with that.
So that's where I see an issue with those teams.
But then again,
because you got to play your best 5 players.
Before we even go through that,
the best 5 players before we
hold on. Before we go through that and get through that, you're not gonna get the best LeBron and the best AD on the court at the same time. Very rarely, it's not gonna happen because literally they compromise each other. That's just what it is. It's not nothing personal. It's just they compromise.
But they 2 of
each
their
other.
best 5 players.
But
yeah, I don't think that's the point. I think you're gonna compromise, right? You compromise in those 2 guys, right? And then you're gonna. Danny Green is the one thing the Lakers got right off the season. That was the perfect.
That's
thing.
probably one of their top 5 players. So that's 3.
Yeah, but the problem is
2 more.
When you
Give
say
me
your
2
top,
more.
but you're saying your top 5 players. Your top 5 players ain't gonna be the best versions of themselves. The top 2.
Give me 2 more then.
I mean, before we
got
even get
those
to that,
3.
I'm saying you're not get the best LeBron James now. You're getting the worst AD in probably 5 years.
but I think that defensively he's probably the best that he's been.
I don't even know what that meant.
I don't even know
Defensively.
what that-
No, like no. What?
What does that mean? What front court player he got to play against? His defense matter.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like when you surround him with Dwight Howard, you surround him with JaVale McGee, you don't play defense by yourself.
What
I think
difference
that
does it make when interior? Why are we having interior defensive conversations in a backcourt league?
I'm just saying. Look, I feel
Your
you.
center, like
I
if you play
understand
against
that.
Milwaukee, that's done.
I understand that. I get what you're saying, but offensively, I can agree with that. But I think defensively, he's having a defensive player of the year type season so far.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying we're playing against everybody that needs to go to the hoop to get a bucket. What about the Clippers? What about the Raptors? What about excuse me, not the Hawks, but what about the Rockets? What about the Blade? People who don't have to go to the
Yeah, they
hoop.
just
No, I agree.
They gonna tear your fucking lights
No,
out.
look, we've had mad conversations about this. I think that the Lakers don't want to play the Rockets and the Blazers because you're talking about
Or
2
the
teams.
Clippers.
Or the Clippers.
I don't think we'll beat the Clippers
I don't
one game
think-
this year.
yeah.
You said the Rockets or the Blazers?
Yeah, because they don't have to come in and pay to
I
beat
think
you.
the Lakers.
The
are
Blazers
fine
are not
playing
going to do
Rockets.
anything, bro. Stop this, man. I think if
And I think-
LeBron is
one
anything
person
that he
can't
was
beat
in
your
the
team.
last time he played the
not
playoffs, if he's even
The
half of
Rockets?
that,
That's
they
not
gonna be
enough.
all right.
It's not enough.
It is gonna be
Russ.
enough.
They got easy.
It
They
is.
don't use Russ.
Yes, they do use Russ.
They
It's a
use
transition.
Exactly.
So this is
Yeah.
what happened. So I was like that too. I didn't really believe in the Rockets at all. But what the Rockets did was they gave up Chris Paul, who was kind of like past his prime as a half-court figure. He had
Right.
really rough games. And they traded for a prime transition player.
Yeah.
So the Rockets, who were really, really slow,
No, not that much faster.
they like got something really fast.
Yeah.
And you got
But
a
they
prime
only
figure.
run so much.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. You can't run every play anyway.
Yeah.
Russ used to.
That's
And
not
OKC.
that didn't win him a championship.
Exactly.
He needed
He got
needed
him a
a
30-point triple.
The
double
reality
average.
is, that's cool, but I could tell a LeBron fan 1,000 miles away.
I can tell.
I'm a Pistons fan. That's the only team I like.
Okay, so then
That's
why are we talking about him
definitely a meme.
averaging a
That's
triple double?
definitely a meme now.
We talking about a
Making that.
championship team.
Russ averaging
Not
triple double is
stat
not
line.
going
It's
to win
not
you a
winning
championship,
title.
most likely. Because his usage rate is too high, and he can't shoot well enough to be able to even have a usage rate that high.
But is James Harden gonna win you a championship?
But that's
think
what.
he
But
can.
this is what I'm. No, I don't think so neither. But the point I'm saying to you is right.
think so.
This is the thing. You take a great transition team and give them a great half court option. You probably show up to the ship.
Take a great what?
Transition
Transition
team.
team.
Yeah.
Like, so you got Russ, who gives you a transition option. That's probably
Right.
the fastest player in the league. Since LeBron is in year 17,
So
let's say Russ is there.
So
now.
the transition is him running up the court when James Harden got the ball.
No,
No.
James Harden not gonna have the ball. He's pushing the ball.
James Harden had the ball. Okay.
No.
Not every
Because
play.
James Harden is their half court option.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the game slows down in a half court,
They
give it to
never
Harden,
had a
let Harden
transition
create.
option.
And then when we in transition, Harden,
Like-
not
like
Harden,
push the
Russ,
tempo.
push the tempo, get to the rim, get foul, or kick it out. And also,
Push the
PJ
tempo.
Tuck is having a career year offensively. Why?
He
Because
is.
of Russ. But Russ, and also the one thing I learned about Russ when watching the Rockets is like I always knew he was fast.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand that he was this fast.
Yeah,
You've also never really seen Russ play with shooters ever. Never.
Right.
The two guard he always had was Roberson. Or somebody who couldn't really shoot. Even when he played with
I was figuring it
Oladipo,
out.
like they couldn't really shoot like that. So now when Russ, now
Saying
that
Kevin Martin couldn't shoot. I'm just playing.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
just playing. Don't respond to that.
But so now, so now usually you got 5 guys out, and now also you have a actual real lob threat. Like Adams isn't really a lob threat.
Right.
Adams is like, yeah, I can get you the ball in the pick and roll, get it like on the glass, but
Clint
Capella's an
Capella is a
actual
bucket.
lob
Yeah,
threat.
he
Lob
gets
threat.
buckets, yeah.
So he goes to the rim, drives. You have to collapse because you have to stop
They
ball.
have a weird thing, like, and it's. Listen, the Lakers got to worry about 4 teams: the Clippers, Rockets, Blazers, and for some reason the Jazz. I give them a better chance than everybody else give them, especially when Bogdanovich when we play against him. That's a really good thing. I think we should be able to get him, but that's a team to worry about. The Clippers have one team to worry about: Denver.
No, they don't. Stop it.
We had this conversation.
The Clippers have to worry about
And
Denver.
Here's why. Here's why. Right. Okay. If you want to say the best lineup of the Clippers, they use Trez a lot to close out games.
They love Trez to
Trez
close
doesn't
out
like
games.
guarding on the perimeter. The only game you've seen him guard on the perimeter really was against Phoenix. And what happened? Kawhi got so mad he yelling at the man on the court because he didn't want to come out there and guard. If you play Denver, you're gonna have to come out there and guard
disrupt the
Jokic.
defense if you drag him out.
You're gonna have to come out there and guard Jokic. You're gonna have to come out there and guard Millsap.
We switch everything.
Yeah, but
Switch to who?
Yeah,
Switch
switch to
everything.
To
What do you
who?
mean?
So you gonna switch Lou on Jokic? That's not gonna work.
No. I'm not gonna switch Lou on Jokic, but obviously everything else we can switch.
Who?
Jokic ain't been lighting it up in terms of scoring this year. I'm not worried about
He's not- he's a
Jokic.
playmaker.
I'm not worried about Jokic.
You have to
You got what do you mean?
You
You
have
got
to-
three of the top. You
But
got
that's
3 of
what I
like
would
the top 15
Hold on.
defenders in the NBA on the court at the same time.
But that's when
what
I would
you talking
present the
about?
question. But if you're talking about the Clippers, you talk about closing out the games. That's when I would present the question: is Montrezl Harrell one of their top 5 players?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Kawhi.
Paul George,
Okay.
Lou Will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do y'all think Beverly is better than him?
Yeah.
No,
Bev is on
it's
Debatable.
not. No, it's Montrez.
Bev is on the
It's
floor.
Montrez and Zubac, and then Pat Bev. Pat Bev is 6.
No, I think Pat Bev.
Pat Bev
I
is
think-
6.
I think
He's
Zubac.
6. Pat Bev is 6.
So,
Zubac is
I think
5.
Zubac could
My
be better
question
than
with the
Montrezl
Clippers-
Harrell.
Montrez has been playing so good. Zubac has literally like been damn near one of the best and most efficient
think
players in the
Zubac is
NBA
fantastic.
for
I
the
think
past
Zubac
few
could be better
years.
than
But I-
Montrez.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For the past couple years, he been like slowly getting better and better.
Yeah, Zubac
This
is
year,
great.
he's playing the same way Maria Vadiva was playing for the Sparks.
So you telling me- so
No,
like Zubac on the floor when it matters?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Maria
certain
Vadiva
situations.
Maria
In certain
Vadiva
At
for
the
the
end
Sparks.
against Denver.
Wait a minute. Maria Vadiva for the Sparks.
no.
Maria Vadiva for the Sparks.
Sure.
A lot of times was coming off the bench for the Sparks. But if you look at the league and the numbers, her per 36 as well as her PER was top 5, top 10 in the league,
Sure.
including. And they got a person who he was telling me the whole season was MVP, and I'm like, nah, she not the MVP because she can't get it done when they need to get it done. And then what happened in the playoffs? She couldn't get it done. They got swept off the floor. Zubac is like Vadiva to me, but the same thing with but the same thing with Neka and
Wait a second.
but the
Wait a
same thing with
second.
Neka
Hold
and
up.
Vadiva. But the same thing with Neka and Vadiva, where Neka is like an MVP looking type of player in this league, or she's got some stand, or she's already got there. Like Trez has been playing so well.
Wait a second.
You can't really not give Trez minutes.
Yeah,
You can't. Doc say it all the time.
But let me ask you a question.
Doc say it all the time. They give me the papers and they say,
Let me
yo,
ask you-
take him out and put Trez in.
But-
He like, but if I look at Trez on the floor, he's playing
too
well when I
aggressive.
put him in with them guys.
So let me ask you a better question. So when they come down to Denver, because Denver gonna be in every game with y'all. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, hear me out. I can't stand the Clippers. I'm a diehard Laker.
And they're not y'all. I'm not a Clippers fan. I
Okay,
just cover the team.
So let's say the Clippers.
But I think they're the best team in the NBA. I'm a Bulls fan, but obviously
This is the problem.
we are in hell. Help. Somebody send help.
Listen,
Please send help. Call
problem-
the National
the problem
Guard.
on the offensive
Send help.
end. So the problem on the offensive end, right?
Yes.
It could be an easy fix. If you can get Paul George to play like Kevin Durant played in Golden State, then it could be okay.
No, you have Kawhi Leonard.
What do you
We
mean?
saw Kawhi Leonard single-handedly defeat the entire conference in an MVP by
It
himself.
wasn't single-handedly.
It
Don't do
was.
that. Don't do that.
Yes,
Don't do
it
that.
was.
Don't do
Yes,
that.
it
Don't
was.
do that.
And I keep
Marcus
telling you,
Gasol,
stop
Kyle Lowry. I still think
disrespecting
Kyle Lowry should fall out
Kyle
MVP.
Lowry.
Siakam?
Kawhi Leonard.
Siakam.
Kawhi
I think
Leonard
Kyle
was
Lowry
the difference maker.
I think Kyle Lowry should have won
Kawhi Leonard
MVP in the
was the
finals.
difference maker.
I'm
I
sorry.
think he's a
This is
difference
the
maker.
difference.
Kawhi
Put him
Leonard
over
was
the
a
top.
difference. put them over the top.
They was already Eastern Conference Finals team.
bro.
They was winning 60 games.
They was not going to get to the Eastern Conference
games.
Finals. They would. No,
This team is going to get to the Eastern Conference
They would have
Finals.
not beat Philly last year. They would have not beat Philly without Kawhi.
I'm not disagreeing.
It would have not beat Philly without Kawhi.
I'm not
Kawhi
disagreeing.
literally put them over the top versus Philly and versus the Bucks.
No,
he
he
was
didn't.
a determining factor. This year, the
I
Raptors at best
you're
are
wrong
a
with-
second round team.
I think you're wrong about that.
And I think you're wrong about that as well.
I think
Come on,
Marcus
man.
Gasol,
Stop
that trade ended up being.
Stop
If he didn't have Marcus Gasol, he doesn't win the title.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
So, but again, so
But
you can't
sometimes
just
you
make
need
it.
to know.
I'm not
But
saying
also,
he's
but
not
it's the same
best
thing I
player
told
on the
him. But
team.
it's the same thing I told him. A lot of times when you a team and you know you're trying to get to a championship, or you an old team that was a championship team, you don't necessarily go back and completely reconstruct your roster, but you do retool. You do add a couple new things that you might
Marcus
think you
Gasol
need
is not just
for
a
the future.
little thing.
Yes, he is.
Marcus Gasol
yes,
is
he
probably
is.
the best.
Yes,
probably
he
was
is.
the best defensive center for the
Yes,
year.
he
He
is.
was defensive
Yes, he
player of
is.
the
Because
year.
had Kevin Durant been on the floor, he would have got exposed every time
I
in the
disagree
Raptors
with
would have
that.
lost.
I still
Yes,
think
they
they was
would
going
have. He
seven,
couldn't
bro.
switch out on
You
KD.
see, bro, you see
You saw
no
12 minutes of Kevin
disagree.
Durant, and he was lighting their ass up.
No, he
He was
didn't.
lighting their ass up. Well, he wasn't lighting them up in the first
He
game.
was like,
About 3 points.
He was like,
3-point
He was
game.
lighting their ass
Listen,
up.
no, listen. I said,
let's stop.
no, wait,
I'm not buying that.
Oh, wait. I've said mad times. If KD want to score, let him. He can't score as fast.
Gee, the man,
No, but he
I
can't
saw
get
the
scored
man put
fast.
50 in front of my eyes with
And
no
that's
effort.
not why they lost that game. They lost that game because Danilo and Lou was bad. You even asked Doc, and Doc said that.
KD
KD putting up 50 wasn't why they lost
And
that
guess
game.
what? In the whole fourth quarter, he passed the ball. He literally said in the fourth quarter, they started playing me a little bit differently. I could have took more shots, but I just passed the ball.
G, and again,
Durant is not that.
And he
kind of
had 50.
And again, look, that's KD getting
I
50
love
ain't why they lost the
That
game.
bad.
They lost the game because they had no go-to scorer.
And now they have Kawhi and PG. Exactly my point.
But this
exactly
is the
my
problem.
point.
Let's just listen.
Exactly the point.
Listen, let's stop talking.
Exactly the point.
Let's just stop talking about names. Let's just talk about how players need to play, right?
Exactly.
So the thing is, who you gonna play in the front court? Who the Clippers play in the front court?
You got multiple options in the front
I'm
court.
asking, who are you consistently gonna play? in the
It
front court?
depends. What matchups are you playing? That's what I'm
saying-
asking
Let's
you.
say offensively. Offensively, what does the floor look like?
if it was me,
When it's Kawhi and
If it was me, it's Kawhi.
No, you're telling me
So
they're
you
gonna have
gonna put
problems with
Kawhi
the
George in
Nuggets.
the backcourt?
No, in the
this,
front court.
no, this is my question
That's
to you.
not gonna-
No, you're telling me they're gonna have trouble with the Nuggets. I'm asking you, what is your lineup? Because I'm gonna tell you what my lineup is gonna be.
Okay, I got you. Wait. I got you. Okay, so let's say, boom. All right, let's
That's
say I
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
do.
You the
gotta figure
Nuggets.
out
Give me
who
a
the
lineup.
top-
I got
Okay, listen.
hell lineups to give you.
Listen,
A lot of-
let's say I want to go big. Let's say I want to do Jokic. I want to do Plumlee. I want to do Jeremy Grant. I want to do Jamal Murray, and I want to do Gary Harris. Why are you laughing at Jeremy Grant? Jeremy Grant is a very good pickup for this damn team.
Come on.
Great.
A very good pickup, and
Wow.
and look, Jeremy Grant would allow you. You could
Why
put
would
Jeremy
you want to
Grant
play Plumlee over Paul Millsap?
because maybe I want to go big. He's bigger.
Come on, man.
And if I want
Big and do what?
Let's just talk,
be big.
Let's just talk about the starting lineups. Let's just talk about this.
Okay,
So
go
let's,
ahead.
let's just keep it simple. So
Yeah.
this is the problem I keep
I'd rather
saying.
play Monte
The Clippers
Morris.
offensively.
No, you
The
wouldn't.
Clippers
You still ain't
offensively.
answer my question about the Nuggets. Y'all keep ducking all these questions.
No, I'm telling
Y'all
you.
ain't
Let's
got
just say
no
they
arguments
starting
today.
lineup.
Y'all ain't got no arguments.
No.
today.
Let's just say they starting lineup. That's what they play.
All right.
So you know they starting lineup.
Yes.
That's what they're playing.
Okay.
So who do you have guard Jokic on the perimeter?
I actually put Kawhi on Jokic on the perimeter. I saw what Kawhi did to Giannis. He was able to stop Giannis. He can
Yeah,
guard Jokic
that's
on the
not-
perimeter.
that's-
I
no,
saw
Giannis
Jokic.
can't
I saw
shoot.
Jokic in
Giannis
person
can't
this
shoot.
year. He looks like he is not in the best of shape.
He will be
period.
by that time.
We'll see.
Giannis
we'll
can't
see.
shoot.
We watch
though.
Shaq play
What?
the shape every year.
Giannis
Kawhi can't guard Jokic?
No.
Not
What?
really. No.
No.
He's gonna put him in the
He
post every
destroyed.
He
time.
put Kevon Looney in the hospital.
Yeah, he get
You
can't
know
guard
how Kevon Looney
Jokic
is?
is the best center in the
Come
league
on,
last year.
man. Stop.
Do you know
it,
how
man.
goddamn
Jokic
big
is
Jokic
the
Do you know how
is?
goddamn big Giannis is?
Giannis
He
not bigger
can't
than Jokic.
shoot.
It don't matter.
And
Giannis
Giannis skilled.
Giannis is not
Giannis
bigger than
is
Jokic.
skilled
What are
than
you talking
Jokic.
about?
Giannis is not
Kawhi
bigger than
can't
Jokic.
guard Jokic?
No.
What?
No.
Why would you talking about on the block? I feel
No.
you. You're not talking to me on the block.
I'm talking about on the perimeter.
What
I'm
is
talking about on
wrong
the
with
perimeter. He gonna
you?
pass over him.
You on the dope?
No, he not. Gee,
Why wouldn't
if
you just
Jokic
use
does
Zubac?
this,
So you gonna let the
if Jokic
backcourt
does
play?
this,
I swear to
Kawhi
God.
can't get to that ball.
Why wouldn't you
swear to
just
God.
use Zubac?
Because he's not agile enough.
Cause yeah.
Come on, man. Come on,
It's
man.
not like
Y'all
Jokic is
tripping,
agile.
bro.
He's more agile than
Y'all tripping.
I don't
That's
know.
not
Okay,
right.
I
No,
agree with that. I think that no. I think
Y'all
Jokic. No. I think
tripping.
Zubac
What
can
y'all
slide his feet very
on?
well.
You gotta-
Zubac can slide his feet laterally very well. It's just I don't think
he's an
Zubac.
underrated defender, but I don't think he's gonna. I
Look,
think you can play
if
my
you play, if you
He's gonna
play,
play Trey. That's either gonna play
I
Trey.
think you got Trey.
no, but that's over the
What?
top all day. If it's stress,
That's what they
That's
gonna
what
do.
they
What?
No,
What are you
he
talking
can't
about?
guard him.
And then my
No.
issue offensively with the Clippers is, and this is what I think is gonna happen. I don't know if you can convince either one of those guys to play.
The
front court.
starting lineup, but look, the starting lineups is cool. But I'm asking you, what lineups are you gonna play? Because you telling me how they gonna guard them at the end of the game.
The same lineup they start with.
They're not gonna play that same lineup at the end of the game.
That's what they ended every
No,
game
they
with.
not. I don't think they're gonna be able to do that in the
The
playoffs.
only
I
thing
think
that
they're
they
gonna have
might
to
do-
put. Does Jeremy Grant start?
No.
He's gonna have to play in the
No,
playoffs.
he's just play starter minutes.
No, he's gonna have to play in the playoffs. He's gonna have
I'm
to
not
finish the
saying he's
game.
not gonna-
He's
not
gonna
gonna
have to finish the game.
Over Paul Millsap?
Jeremy Grant can't shoot
No, who
threes.
plays
Why
small
would you
forward
want
for
him
them?
out there?
Is Torrey Craig?
He
Torrey
can
Craig
shoot
is their
threes.
small forward?
No, he can't.
Torrey
Why would
Craig
you
is their
want-
small forward?
He's actually shooting 30.
Torrey Craig is their small forward?
Will Barton.
Yeah.
Will Barton? Yes, I'm playing Jeremy
Will
Grant over Will Barton.
I don't know if I'm.
Yes, I am because the
It depends on the
Clippers
situation.
have not been shooting the
It
ball
depends
well
on the
this year.
situation.
The Clippers shoot like 32% from
It
three this
depends on
year.
the situation though. Like
What you mean? We gonna need defense. If I'm Doc low key, I can counter with Jermichael. I can counter with
play
Zubac.
shooter.
I can counter with Trez. Yes, you can. Jermichael shooting like damn near 50% from the three this year.
The Nuggets because of their
By
personnel.
Jeremy Grant?
But listen,
Jeremy
bro.
Grant abusing Jermichael Green on offense?
Alfred,
What?
bro.
In what world?
Listen, bro.
You gonna
the
have to play
Nuggets
that
do-
lineup. Will Barton not abusing come on, man.
Listen, bro. The
So if
Nuggets
you
do a
play
lot
your
of-
best defender, your best defender.
I have Paul George. He was top 3 in the NBA and Defensive Player of the Year vote last year. What are you talking about?
I'm saying, so-
they got hella lineups to use.
I'm not-
They got lineups
I'm
on
not-
lineups on
The
lineups on
Nuggets
lineups to
don't
use.
I'm-
They got
so
shooters.
does
They
the
got small
Nuggets.
guys. You gonna run out Will Barton? Will Barton is gonna change the game for y'all?
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Will
I'm
Barton
saying-
change the game?
Listen to what
Will
I'm
Barton
saying.
beating the Clippers?
Let me finish with what I'm saying to you.
Come
right?
on.
You're gonna have Montrez in the game. Let's just be honest, and he's gonna be guarding.
It depends.
Trez gonna be in the game.
It
Trez
depends.
is gonna be guarding.
If Zubac
Trez
is
is
playing
gonna be
better
guarding
than him
center.
that game, Zubac is
I
gonna
would play
play.
Zubac, but it's probably
If
gonna be
Zubac is
Trez.
playing better than him, Zubac is going to play, or you low key might use both of them
They're
and run a
going
bigger
to play
lineup out there.
Trez.
Nah, I don't know about that. I think Pat Bev is going to be a guy that we're going to see a lot of times late in games. Is going to be the sacrificial lamb in terms of him having to sit. I think a lot of times you're going to see. I think a lot of times, and even including Mo Harkless. Put Mo Harkless out there on Will Barton. We not going to be all right.
Listen, I'm telling you.
He
that's
played in
the
Portland
trouble.
last year,
I'm
didn't he?
not
Did he play in
saying-
Portland last year?
I'm telling you.
I mean, shit. He wasn't that goddamn bad.
I'm not.
They
saying-
won a series.
Just listen.
Come on.
Just listen to what
Come
I'm saying.
on.
When you draw Trez out, it changes the dynamics of the Clippers.
It does.
For the Clippers.
Now I'm not saying.
Trez
I'm not. Again, I'm not
That's
saying.
why I put Trez on Paul Millsap. I'm
Yeah,
fine
but-
with that, and I put Kawhi on
No,
Jokic.
but-
Yes,
no,
yes, I do.
Millsap plays
Yes, I do.
I'm with you, but
Yes,
they're
I
not.
do.
I'm with you. They're not.
Yes,
gonna
I do.
They're not gonna do that.
Yes, I
Doc
do.
not gonna do that though. I'm with you, but Doc not gonna do that.
Yes, I do.
I'm with
you.
you,
Can't.
but
Or if
Doc
I
not
have
gonna do
Zubac
that.
on the game,
Kawhi
I'm
on Jokic?
No, no, that's crazy.
I would. Why? Why?
And Trez on
The
Millsap?
idea to me, literally before the Bucks series of putting Kawhi on Giannis was crazy to
No,
me.
it's not.
Why?
Yes, it was. The man,
It's the
same position.
the man was limping around the entire series before.
Yeah, but he
That's
can't.
not-
Yeah, but
that's
Giannis
not
can't
the
shoot.
kind of guard
No,
he
he's
is.
a-
No, but you got Serge, you got
Let me ask you
Mark.
a better question.
No,
Can he guard
you got
Embiid?
Serge, you got Mark, you got Siakam.
Could he guard Embiid?
Who?
Kawhi.
No, he can't guard Embiid.
So why? So
Why
why
would
he
he
guard?
guard
Because Jokic is more of a perimeter player.
No, he's
Embiid,
not.
yes, he is.
No,
Yes,
really,
he is.
he's not.
Yes, he
He's
is.
a playmaker from the perimeter, and he's a post
not
player.
gonna. He's not gonna be posting up Kawhi like that, bro. Kawhi's strong as hell, bro. He's not gonna.
Okay, can
he's
we
not
move on
gonna.
to something
Like,
else?
okay, fine. He posts up Kawhi. Okay, fine. He posts up Kawhi. What is he giving Kawhi for the whole series? What's his numbers?
Kawhi-
What's these
40.
magical unicorn numbers
40
that's gonna beat the
Kawhi
Clippers?
guarding
He
the
gonna average 40 on the Clippers in a series.
Against Kawhi in the post,
He gonna average 40 on the Clippers in a series.
Kawhi is not going to
He
go.
gonna
He's
have
not gonna guard him. So
What- I'm asking you, what's gonna be his
Because
numbers?
if they put him in the
What's
post, they
gonna
gonna
be his
have his
numbers?
numbers.
What's gonna be his numbers? What's gonna be his numbers?
He's not- he's not- he's not-
What's gonna be his
that's not
numbers? And that's
gonna
also why I
happen.
say
That's
you
not
can
gonna
also switch everything if you want to. Just make sure you keep Lou on Gary Harris or Jamal Murray.
It's gonna be
And
7
and
man,
switch
they
everything
got
else. You
7
got
man
Paul
rotation.
George and Kawhi Leonard. Both of them. Paul George is not small. He's
perimeter
6'10".
players.
Paul George is
See,
big as hell.
perimeter players.
He's not a small player though.
They are
Paul George
perimeter
taller than Paul
defenders.
Millsap.
They're perimeter
TPJ.
defenders.
He's
on.
taller than Paul Millsap.
And he's been running from contact his whole career.
What that got to do with him D'ing up with the man in the playoffs?
He don't want to guard big.
What you mean?
He's been showing you his
We
whole
saw what
career.
Denver did last year versus the Blazers. They couldn't even get past the Blazers.
Who?
They supposedly get past Kawhi
They had
and
the
PG.
best backcourt in the fucking NBA last year outside of Golden State. You didn't see what the backcourt did to
The
everybody?
Clippers got the best front court in the NBA. Lie to me. Lie to me.
I don't
Lie to
know.
me. Lie to
They
me.
do.
Lie to
They
me.
do.
Lie to me.
They do.
Are you going to play them
Sit here
offensively, or the
sit here in
Clippers
front
going
of
to play them in the
lie
front
to
court?
me. Huh?
offensively, are the Clippers gonna play their best players in the front court? No.
No, but that's also
That's going to be the problem.
No, but that's not,
and that's what I keep
why
saying.
Is that gonna be the
Offensively.
problem?
Because what are you going to do with your guard?
You can post Kawhi. You can't post Kawhi.
You're not.
Yes,
That's
you
not
are. What you mean?
That's not.
What you mean?
It's not what they're going to do.
Against
What you
Paul
They're going to do
mean?
it somewhat, but they're not
What do
going to
you
do
mean?
that.
Against Paul
Kawhi was abusing Ben Simmons last year in the post, and Ben Simmons is a top 5 perimeter defender to me, and he's 6'10". What do you mean? What are you talking about?
They did.
Paul George is out there playing with a
He
torn
literally
labrum.
played at the top of the perimeter for the majority of the playoffs.
And you still have Zubac, and you still have Trez. Zubac
What
is
the
not a
fuck
perimeter
is
player.
Zubac right now?
What
Zubac is good.
Come on,
I'm
yo.
not.
Wow,
I
y'all
love
disrespectful.
Zubac, and I was mad when we traded him.
No, bro.
But you want?
Like,
Are
I
we
think
really?
y'all
They're not gonna have Zubac.
like he's going to be in situations where he's going to affect the game in a lot
Zubac
of
will
good
be
ways.
on the bench in the playoffs. He
No,
will not be one
won't.
of
He
their
will not
players
be on the
playing.
bench in the
Probably
playoffs. No, he won't.
He will not be
No,
one of
he
their-
won't.
I don't
No,
think
he
he
won't.
should.
You want to know why he won't?
I don't
Because you
think he
have no
should
other
be.
shot
I
blocking
don't
on the
think he
team.
should be.
You have no other shot blocking on the team.
You don't actually have nobody trying to get a layup.
What do you mean? You have no other shot blockers on the team.
You don't really
Him and
need
Paul
shot
George,
blockers.
him and
Yeah,
Paul
but
George
like-
and Kawhi in the pick and roll ain't
but
crazy.
He's
What
saying
do you
the
mean?
Nuggets
How
not
do
gonna
you have
be-
no
he's
other
saying
shot
like the
blockers on the
Nuggets not- The
team?
Nuggets not even gonna be really playing in that area
You
outside
have
of
no
Jokic. so
other
it's not
shot
like-
blockers on the team.
What does a shot blocker mean in the playoffs
Yeah,
in the
he's
NBA?
not
You have no other shot blockers on the team.
You're not
And also when Denver
We're not
played, then Paul George went on the floor. Like y'all act like a whole ass Paul George been playing. He ain't been playing.
he makes a better
has not been
defensively.
playing.
Sure.
He still has not played a game with Kawhi Leonard.
But I think I'm gonna tell you this.
By the time you see this tomorrow on the live, when you hear it in your headphones, he still won't have not played with Kawhi Leonard yet.
I'm not disagreeing.
They playing 5-on-5s in practice.
By the way,
they still
I think the Clippers will win this series, but I think
wait a minute.
wait
In practice,
Wait a second.
in practice, they
hold on.
even said that Paul George and Kawhi ain't even played on the same team in practice yet.
TPJ, hold on.
What does that mean?
Well, hold on.
So we ain't even really seeing what the potential of what they could be yet because
TPJ,
They both are small forwards. They don't compliment each other.
Yes, they will because
They
also the
will.
same thing
How-
Doc said. I plan
Now
on
I'm gonna
leaving
make
Lou
you.
Will
Now
and
I'm
Trez
gonna
on the
make
floor.
you. Now I'm gonna
both
make
of
you
them
actually
at
have to
all
eat
times.
this. Now I'm gonna make you eat this because you're
No,
so
you're not.
passionate.
No.
How do they compliment each other?
What do you mean? How do they compliment
They the
each other?
same player.
No, they not the same player.
Paul
No, they not
George
the
and Kawhi
same
is not the
player.
same fucking
Kawhi
player.
plays in the mid range. Paul George plays more on the perimeter. Kawhi will post up. What do you mean?
How?
Kawhi don't just stand out there and take threes all game
Paul
long.
George don't stand out there
What
and
do you
take
mean?
threes all
LeBron
day.
taking more threes than Kawhi probably this
Paul
year.
George don't stand out
What are
there
you
and take
talking
threes
about?
all day.
Paul
He's a
George, yes
driver.
he does. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Yes he does. He
How
takes
many
threes and he
threes?
drives.
Look up the
Paul,
stats.
I mean,
How
Kawhi
many
Leonard plays
how
in the
many
mid
threes do
range.
Paul George average? And it's not gonna be as many as you think.
How many threes does Paul George average? Look that up for me
How
right
many
now.
is
'Cause I'm on my
Because you
iPad.
see he sit out there and take threes.
He does sit out there and take threes. Did
How
you
many
not see him
is-
I
last
mean,
year?
last year he took
Yes.
9.
Thank you. That's a lot of goddamn threes.
7, 6, 7.
That's a lot of goddamn
So let me ask you a
threes.
question.
Look up how many threes Kawhi Leonard take. I bet you it ain't over no 8. I bet you it ain't over 7.
I'm not
That's a
just-
lot of goddamn
Nah,
threes.
yeah, Kawhi's 4, 5.
Exactly.
3,
It's not a
5,
lot of
5.
threes. They don't play the same game.
So they play the same.
Mike and
game.
Scottie 2.0. They don't play the same
They're not
game.
Mike and Scottie
Yes,
2.0.
they are.
Mike is fucking
They
light
don't
and
play
fast.
the
Neither
same
one of these
game.
niggas is fast.
They don't need to be light and fast.
It's a small forward and a power
They gonna
forward.
play. They gonna play. It's the same dynamic.
No,
They
it's
can't play the same dynamic
Yes,
offense.
it's not a small forward.
See, hold on.
PG gonna
Neither
hold the
one
ball.
of them is a
No,
playmaker.
the main thing that they've been missing legit has been a playmaker to hold the ball when Kawhi in the game. Other than
Who is
Kawhi,
the
because
playmaker?
other than that they've been
It's
giving the ball to
not
Lou Will and they've been
They're
depending
not
on Lou
playing
Will.
positions
PG gonna do
anymore.
that.
Listen,
They're not
every
playing the
game
same
in the NBA
position.
They're not
position.
playing positions.
I
Yeah,
don't know
they-
why they keep saying it. Yes, they are.
No, they
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
Doc said we run the same action for Paul George, Lou Will, and Kawhi as we do for all of them. All of our 2 through 4s run the same action.
They have roles.
Same
They
action
don't
with
have
Trez. They
positions.
all roll the same
Everything
thing.
is. Do you
Everybody
understand what
has
positions
They
mean?
just
Yes.
So what does position mean?
Position means that this is what I'm asking you to do.
No, positions is the
Wait,
space
yeah,
on the
wait,
floor you
yes.
play. So it's not about role. It's the position on the where you start at.
Yeah.
Where you start at.
They play 4 out.
I'm saying who plays for out?
Teams in the NBA.
It's just
Not
that
the Clippers.
It's just that people will intertwine and go from like different positions on like each player. So like when you said the Warriors was like positionless, that's because like
They're not
Steph would go from the
positionless.
1 to the 2 on any play. Clay would go from maybe
2 to 3.
the 2 to 3.
And then you got Draymond actually
playing all 5.
Well, no, I don't
Power
say
forward.
positionless. You know, I say position fluid, first of all. And it's because it's interchangeable.
It's not interchangeable. It's only
It
interchangeable
is.
for Golden State. Somewhere it start being a lie for everybody else. It's not.
It's going to have to be
Yeah, but you have the
interchangeable.
same level of talent on this Clippers team. Yes, you do.
Listen, you have 2 of the same players. You don't have a playmaker still. That's
I think
a
they
problem.
have better talent, but I think that they do have a similar level
They
of
have,
talent.
no, they
I
have,
think they
better talent than who?
Kawhi is a
I said,
playmaker.
no. I said they don't have better talent than the Warriors, but they have a similar level of talent.
No, they
Kawhi
have.
is a
Yes, they do, because the one thing that made the Warriors
Kawhi is not a
special, and
playmaker.
even he loves to
He's an
say was the
amazing
bench.
passer.
He's not a
Have
playmaker,
you watched
and he's not an
Kawhi
amazing
Leonard?
passer.
Wait,
This is
no, hold
crazy.
on. Wait. When Kawhi Leonard passes the ball, it
I
goes
think
to
LeBron. I think Kawhi is a fantastic
when
player.
Kawhi
He's just
Leonard
being
passes
too
the
much.
ball, it goes to the perfect shooting pocket. Watch when Kawhi passes you the ball. People make shots after he passes them the ball.
Listen, I think he passes the ball pretty well for a
People
small forward.
make
He's
the
not
sh-
a,
but
he's not
people
a, he's
make
not a
the sh-
great power forward.
But people
A passer,
make the
he's not.
shots after he gets them the ball.
He's gotten much better when it comes to making plays
Yes.
than he
But
was
he's not
like in
a
the
playmaker.
past.
He's not passing the ball over here.
You don't
over
have
there.
Scottie
It's like
Pippen.
right here every time.
Listen,
Right here every
Now look,
time.
look. Am I okay? So
And then let's
I
get
think
ready to
that
move on to
PG
the
does
next
play a
topic.
little bit more out in the perimeter than what.
So then where are you gonna play your guards?
They don't have all of their.
You're gonna play Pat
No.
Bev because you got to be. You're gonna have to play guards.
Bell's
Pat
not gonna
Bev-
play enough because okay.
So you play Lou Williams?
Yes, it's gonna be Lou and like Mo
Landry or Landry.
I would pay
Lou-
that. I would
Lou
play
Mo
Landry
Shannon.
over Mo.
Yeah,
Landry Shaman's gonna be on the-
Yes, Landry.
Yeah,
yes.
like I said, my
It's
fear
gonna
is
be-
that Denver is gonna.
It's gonna be
Denver
Lou
probably-
Williams, Mo Harkless, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Trez.
See,
The
but the
reason
good
why
thing about
Bev's
the
not gonna be on the
Clippers-
court is because what they're gonna do is just leave Beverly because he can't really shoot. So in the playoffs, you're gonna see people just like walking away.
That's
from
when they'll
Beverly,
be able to be
shading
exposed.
everything to Beverly. Like,
he
all right,
can
shoot.
shoot.
the
They
ball.
won't. You take him off the floor and you
He
put
can make
Lou on him.
shots.
Yeah, but
So now
like,
then you-
what
And
you
then
gonna
also
live
you
with,
can put
bro?
Mo out there.
What I want to live with.
So now at the same
40%
point, that's what
Patrick
make him
Beverly
capable
shooter.
to play against
He's
Denver.
not. I don't think Pat Bev.
That's what make him a good
He shot
matchup for
40%
Denver.
last year.
Yeah, but it's like, do you really think that his 40% is 40%? Like, if he got to take
like
7
Draymond,
threes,
40%.
but listen, no,
He like
listen,
Draymond,
make
40%.
listen, bro.
I mean,
if he got to take,
40% is
let's say if we
40%.
shade, him the ball, right?
Uh-huh.
And over a 7-game series, I'm gonna make you take 6 threes a game. Do you
Well, he
think
ain't gonna be
shoot 40%?
playing 35 minutes where you shade.
But listen what I'm saying. Like, if he's
The
on the
Clippers
court,
only have to worry about Denver.
if he's on the court in crunch time,
And maybe a little
he's
bit.
gonna have to take those shots. I think he's not gonna be on the court because I think that he's not that great of a shooter, and they're probably gonna put Mo Harkless on the court. Also, Mo Harkless is bigger and can
He is
defend
bigger.
big and can defend small. So it's gonna be Mo or Landry.
I don't think Mo Harkless is a better shooter than Patrick Beverly.
Yes, he is. You tripping?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's a better
probably-
shooter
Yeah.
than Patrick.
Mo
Yeah.
Harkless?
Yes, he
Yeah,
Probably is.
And the fact that
He
he
just
can,
learned how to shoot a couple years ago.
still is.
He was
Never
not
learned
a
how to
shooter.
Shit,
And
Pat
there's no
Bev
disrespect to
never
Pat
learned how to
Bev.
shoot.
There's no disrespect to Pat
Never learned how to
Bev.
shoot.
Pat Bev is not a
Never
shooter.
shoot.
Pat
Oh,
Bev is not a
that's fucked
shooter.
up.
Okay.
And
So what's 40%? What's the point of shooting 40%?
How many times has he
he
shot
didn't really
40%?
shoot 40%. By the
How
way,
many
I
times
don't
did he
know.
shoot 40%?
When?
How many times has he shot 40%?
Yeah, on how many
know.
shots?
Look
Though
it
it's
up.
probably like 3
He shot
threes a game.
40% when he played
Last
11
couple
games.
years.
And how many threes?
Look at
How
them
many
years.
threes
Last
he
year,
did?
39%.
Look at that year.
This year, 15%.
39.7.
This year, 15.
39.7 is 40%.
But what about this year?
40%. Look at all them 40%.
He's not.
How many
Yeah, but how many
threes?
threes though? How many threes
I'm
a
leaving Pat
game?
Bev
How
over.
many threes a game?
It's 2, then 4, then
Come on,
5,
man.
then 4.
I'm
then
leaving
4,
Pat
then
Bev over.
5. Yeah, I'm leaving
Come
Pat
on,
Bev
come
over.
on,
G.
come
Pat
on.
Bev,
Wait,
I'm playing the
wait.
percentage.
How they was
So
doing it
Analytics.
like
Analytics.
how they was doing it
But
last
John,
year.
but John,
How they was doing it last year with Rondo. I'm leaving that nigga over.
5.5.
But John-
He took 5.5 threes and made 40% of them. That's a lot.
John. But listen, he
That's a
played,
lot.
Listen, bro, he played.
That's not an anomaly.
He played 11 games this season, that season. What did your eyes tell you? If you got to leave anybody open the court to hurt you, out of
Yeah,
everybody
Bev
we just
might
laid
be
up.
Yes,
Who?
my eyes tell
Pat
me
Bev
that.
is gonna have to beat me. Pat Bev
Pat
had to
Bev
knock
beat
down.
me.
He got to shoot 11, 12 threes. and beat me.
If Pat Bev shoot 40%
I'll
over
take that
7
loss.
games, hey
I'll
man,
take
you
that
know
loss.
what?
Hey,
Look.
Pat Bev,
Hey,
baby,
bro.
MVP.
And if for some
Get out there and MVP.
No,
But
but
if-
you don't
but
even
if for
need to
some-
have him on the floor. Though.
Right, that's what I was
You
gonna say.
have-
They're
you
not
have-
gonna have him
I
on the
agree.
floor.
I agree.
They can't. They
For some
can't
reason he
afford to
wasn't
have him on
making
the
it.
floor.
Just take him off.
I agree. He's not gonna be on the
Okay,
court.
all right, cool. But let's wrap that up. We were having a conversation before the show. We were talking about Scottie Pippen versus Kevin Durant. We had, it was a very interesting conversation. Glasses, you have your opinions. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
I think Kevin Durant hasn't finished his career, but he's not greater than Scottie Pippen at this point. No. It's simple, right?
Now, are you specifically saying greater, or are you saying he's not better than Scottie Pippen?
I don't know what better means because they can't play against each other, right? So let's just say greater because one is retired and one person's still in their career. Greater, no. This is how I look at basketball. It's gonna sound crazy. but
Player
I'm
to
gonna
player,
break it down.
who you got?
Scottie Pippen. I have to have Scottie Pippen.
Over KD.
Just off durability at this point alone.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Kevin Durant does get hurt.
Scotty
Kevin
back was
Durant does
dead.
get hurt.
Scotty had a dead back. Scotty had a dead back.
Yeah, for the Rockets.
No, 97, 90, no, 98. Did you forget the
Rockets
finals in
and the
98?
Listen. So let me finish. Let me make the point.
Okay.
So the MVP MVP is an offensive award. Me and you had this conversation. I know everybody
most
likes
part,
to think
yeah.
about everything, but it's not. It's really
It's
an
for
offensive
offense.
award. The defensive player of the year is a defensive award. All NBAs are offensive achievements.
For the most part, yeah.
All defenses are defensive
Achievements,
achievements,
yes.
right?
Or else go
Simple
Burke would be
as that.
first team
The
every
NBA
year.
makes more money. The most valuable part of the NBA is the offense. That's what we look at. That's why great defensive players never are chronicled. We don't see a ton of block shots.
I just think Rudy
every
Gobert
night.
plays one side of the ball, and every guy that
Rudy
and every-
Gobert averages
and
16 and 11. That's not one side of the ball.
It is one side of the ball.
16 and 11
It
is one side.
of the
No,
ball.
he does score.
It is one side of
He's
the
a little
ball.
underrated
He don't
scorer. He does.
Come
He's-
on, man.
Wait,
That man
16
said he
points
wants
is
to.
not scoring?
That's
I'm
no,
not-
that's
I mean,
no.
points count, right?
Come on, man.
Good
Let
points
me
count?
finish.
Stop.
Let me finish.
Good
Let me
points
finish.
count? Okay,
The point
go
I'm saying is, Scottie Pippen.
Dwight a better scorer than Rudy Gobert right now.
Scottie Pippen. No. Scottie Pippen.
With the bad bag. Yes,
No, he's
he
not.
is.
No, he's not.
Rudy Gobert can't score.
Yes, he can. Scottie Pippen. Listen, Scottie Pippen was an All NBA first team player for 7 years.
Okay.
That's the offensive side of the ball. So he was the best offensive side of the ball. He was the best small forward for 7 years.
Let me
Listen, let me
look it up.
finish. Closer to 9 times first team defense. Closer to 9 times
He
first team
didn't play in the
defense.
era of the small
He was
forward.
3-time first
He
team.
played with Larry Bird.
Wait. He was 3-time first
He
team,
played with
2-time
Larry Bird
second
for
team,
like
2-time
4
third team,
years.
8-time first defensive team, 2-time
So
second
he's pretty
defensive
much
team.
been the best.
He played in the era where
offensive
it
side of
really
the
wasn't that
ball.
really hard small forward though. But
I'm not, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not finna challenge people's errors because everybody got great players. He had to play against Charles Barkley. He had to play against other great players.
Charles
Dominique
Barkley was a
was
small
still there.
forward though.
But
He had to
again-
play against Grant Hill.
But again, he had to play against a player.
Grant Hill was. Come on.
Listen, we gotta stop doing that.
Don't talk
We
about
gotta
Grant
stop
Hill.
doing that.
No, we had
No, but I'm saying, but we have to stop. We have to stop trying to.
Never mind.
We just gotta stop degrading players.
Never mind.
So
No,
you the
Grant Hill got
best-
hurt in like 98, 99, right?
So-
So still, Scottie had, yeah.
So you talking about a guy that in the pinnacle, in the prime of his career for a championship team, probably averaged 22 points, probably around 6 or 7 assists, and probably 5 rebounds, and still was the best defensive small
Yeah,
forward in
but
basketball.
Scottie Pippen wouldn't be first team all in. He would never make a first all team. I don't necessarily. I don't know if he would make first team this entire. Probably the past 20 years.
If you see LeBron James, you're looking at Scottie Pippen.
LeBron is way better than Scottie Pippen.
He's just
been playing.
evolved
LeBron
version.
been playing for 17 years.
Scottie Pippen
and
would
really,
take
and really
10
what?
threes
And
a
really what?
game
14 of them years. Every year he didn't been at that point. Last year was what the first time he won all defense or something or all first team. Like
Who?
nah, still.
Who
Him and
was it?
K- I
Who?
mean, but also
Who?
even KD.
Who?
LeBron.
LeBron only made
you got
all
LeBron.
defense team 5
You got
times.
LeBron. So you got LeBron to contend with. I'm not even talking about defense. I'm talking about the best players.
I'm telling
Scottie
you,
would not be an all
but you-
NBA
but you-
player if he
but you-
played
but you
today.
can't
He
think
would
like
be all
that.
NBA like second or third team. He would never make a first team. if he
You're
played
looking
today.
at him evolved into these guys. You can't take his athleticism because without him you don't have these guys.
Yeah, you
so you
don't have
can't
These
you
guys
can't
are
morph
better.
him.
They're better.
They're
There's
not
nothing wrong with
better.
them. They
They're
are.
not.
They're
They're
not. They're
better.
just
They're not
evolved
better.
versions
They're
of them.
They're not better. The NBA is just different
They're
than people
better.
take. No, they're not.
They're not.
None of them. Like okay, look. None of them are better.
There's nothing wrong with
the
it.
only thing you can say. Look,
that's
listen.
the point of evolution. They're
Listen,
better.
the only thing that you can say any of these
Evolution
guys.
doesn't mean better. It's necessary to live. That don't mean
Yes,
better.
but you also evolve to get better at to do.
But listen,
things
bro,
and
the
learn
only
things.
thing that you
We
can
got
say-
way better. The
listen.
athletics got better. That's why they all look like superheroes.
listen, the
now
only
instead
thing
of
that
when
you-
they look like
Yet they have
scrawny.
less skills. Yes,
I
they have less
disagree with
skills.
that.
I know
The
you
only
do.
thing that you can say that these guys do better than Scottie is score the basketball.
And I don't even know if they mostly all score the basketball better. They just shoot more time.
Yeah, they got way
That's
more
fair.
shots.
That's fair. That's
more-
fair.
it's more
That's
this and
fair.
everything. You
They
talking
don't
about somebody
defend
scored
better.
22, 23.
They don't play make better. Like I also think people underestimate. Okay, so for instance, like John Sally made a point where he said he thinks Scottie Pippen is more skilled than Michael Jordan. I disagree, but I understand
Yeah,
how
I
he
understand
came
how
to
you
the
can say
I
conclusion.
that.
just mentioned LeBron James. Yet the fact that y'all
Listen.
even arguing me about this is just
Listen.
is disrespectful.
LeBron James
You the
is
same
the
one that tell me
version of Scottie
LeBron.
Pippen.
You tell me
What does
LeBron.
LeBron
Yes,
have to do with
that's what I'm
KD
saying.
and,
He's not.
Scottie
That's why he can't win without a devolved version of Michael Jordan.
No, because my point is this with Scottie
You're
is
not
like
wrong.
it's like. I already
Like
think
KD
KD
is
is.
the
I already
best.
think KD is all around a better player than Scottie Pippen. Now,
Except defensively.
No,
It's not even close.
You can't
Stop,
say
stop.
that.
Not even close.
Defensively,
You can't say
defensively,
he's
no,
better.
he's not a
Not
better.
even
No. Defensively,
not even on any level. Like as much as
I
Scottie
disagree
was,
with that.
he's not even.
Scottie wasn't asked to go out and drop 30 every night. He wasn't.
Neither was Kevin Durant
That's
to
a
win the
lie.
title.
That's a lie.
He was never asked to drop 30 to win the title.
That's a
Win the title,
lie.
he
That's a
wasn't.
lie. He averaged 30 in all them series. That's a lie.
What do you mean?
That's a
He
lie.
wasn't asked to
That's a
drop
lie.
30.
That's literally the reason why he left. He literally said I left because I just got sick of running the system until the third and the fourth round when it don't work no more, and then it's like KD go to work. That's what you mean.
What the fuck care what he said?
What do you mean? He the one that had to go out there and drop the 30. What?
He's disrespecting the team that he played on like he really need. Fuck them 30 points. Them 30 points that get him shit before. Don't you ever disrespect the backcourt of Golden State.
We not disrespecting the
You
backcourt.
act like he's some kind of dependable offense.
You do.
It's a whole team.
I love Steph Curry. Steph is my favorite player of all time. But let's be real. He needed that man to beat LeBron. What?
He already beat LeBron.
Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving was sitting at
All you
home watching the game
all
on
the niggas to beat all
television.
the rest of them.
What?
So it's just not LeBron. Because they beat the shit out of LeBron as young players.
They did beat.
So don't stop acting like that. You know who could beat LeBron? You know who could beat LeBron? I'm glad you said that.
Because he was young.
He wasn't young. He older than all of these niggas. Don't try to act like he just young. Man, KD my nigga, he gonna cuss me out.
He was.
KD my nigga, he might cuss me out, but let's stop with the bullshit. Kevin Durant wasn't no motherfucker 21 when he played them.
He was 21.
He was.
He was 21.
He was.
Look at the shit.
He was in the league for 4 years. He was 21. Look it up.
So you mean to tell me? So we talking about a young Steph Curry, a young Klay Thompson, and a young Draymond Green was big enough to beat LeBron James, a prime top 5 player.
Don't forget about Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, but you were also missing 2 starters. Glasses.
Listen,
You act like they wasn't missing 2 starters.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Even
I'm
with
telling you.
the Raptors, I give them their credit for winning the championship last year, but the Warriors were
He was
still missing 2 starters.
23.
Exactly.
Okay,
Stop
okay.
with all the
Okay, how many years in the
bullshit.
league?
It's not because he was young.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It wasn't because he was young.
All right, okay.
Steph Curry didn't win in year 6. It ain't about how young you are. The way he played the game.
Steph did
so
come
Kevin
into the
Durant is
league
gonna
way
cuss me out,
older,
but fuck it, that's my low. He can
Steph
take it.
came into the league way
Listen what I'm
older
saying.
though.
Check this
He
out.
did, though.
Kevin Durant's problem is the same problem Paul George had. You don't want to play the game that fits the rest of the players. You have to play the game that fits the rest of the players. You're not going to get the best out of the players if you playing the way you just want to play. If you play at the perimeter, you a fucking small forward that's 7 foot, you pushing somebody else to the
But we
motherfucking
won.
side.
That's
We
true.
won playing that way. Y'all didn't win before. Y'all called me crying after y'all lost. I didn't call y'all. I didn't call y'all and say, hey, I want to come
We
join
did.
y'all. Y'all called me crying from the
The
parking
Warriors
lot
did him a
because y'all
favor.
knew y'all needed. Y'all didn't do me no favor. I did y'all a favor. I came to a place I didn't want to be.
Who
To help
was the
y'all get some
champion?
rings.
They probably would have won again.
They
without-
way.
Who was the
Probably
champion?
Nah, I don't know
Who
about
was the
that.
champion?
I don't know about that. That
Listen,
Cleveland
let's
team,
be honest. Just
that
like you talking about
Cleveland team
injuries,
comes-
if we start talking
Look,
about fake kickouts, let's talk about their center being injured. Let's stop with the injury shit. Everybody get fucking hurt. This ain't no excuse. They made the man a champion. The man is Tupac coming
he
to
made
death
them
row.
a champion.
It still was already Snoop Dogg.
KD is Tupac coming to death row.
He's KD coming to death row. Don't get it fucked up. He didn't make the label. It was death row already.
It was already there. The Warriors were already there. The Warriors were already there.
He put him over the top and made him untouchable.
That's true.
Now you can say the untouchable.
Right.
Death row. The untouchable Golden State Warriors.
Seven.
Oh, they was the Warriors with Snoop Dogg.
Death row.
They were the Warriors with Snoop Dogg. Steph Curry was Snoop Dogg. He came out, took over the league. The whole game changed because of him. Everybody shoot threes now. Everybody shoot threes.
They do shoot threes.
It's Snoop Dogg. He come in and took over the league.
Disrespect to KD.
That's no disrespect. I just called him Tupac, the greatest rapper of all time.
It's not
I'm telling you, he didn't make Death Row.
Exactly. He didn't have to make Death Row, but you call him Tupac, and so then who was Scottie Pippen then? That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not literally what I'm calling.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're telling me the man the greatest. You're telling me the greatest. Who was Scottie then?
I'm referencing a great talent.
And I'm not asking you to literally name a name. I'm just saying, like, if you telling me he the greatest, then Scottie just one of these
but
other
this
guys.
is another conversation about Tupac.
I just think secretly you were a real heavy Bulls fan in the 90s.
I hate the Bulls.
I
hate Michael Jordan. I'm a diehard Magic Johnson fan.
But you admire all of them, though.
I admire defense.
He just saw
You
Scottie
admire
strap
all of
up Magic.
No,
and
but
it was like,
and
yo,
it
he
changed my
strapped
life.
Magic. Like, I can't
I watched
believe
what he did to
strapped
Jordan the
Magic.
first day. All that shit was out the door. This nigga finna get dog. Oh, we finna beat the shit out these niggas if this nigga guard him. And then this long, lengthy nigga come out.
It was strapping Magic.
And Magic still was getting busy. Magic had a 20-20 game. It was like so hard.
But it wasn't the same.
It was a challenge. It was like every time.
It wasn't the same. He was
That's
picking that man
that's
up
how I
full
build my
court.
respect for players.
He's
Like
picking
Dennis
that man up
Rodman.
full court.
I watched Dennis Rodman
I'm
guard
upset.
Magic, and
Let
I was
Kevin
like,
Durant finish his career before you say
No, he's
That's my
already
point.
there. He's already there.
That's all I'm
He's
saying.
already
It's the
there.
same, cuz.
He's already there.
That's
I
all
hate
I'm
everybody
saying.
with this.
It's the
Let's
same
finish the conversation.
if he can
Guess
never
what?
play
Jay-Z
against-
ain't
if he
dead.
can-
Hold on, wait a minute.
if he can
Jay-Z
never
ain't
play
dead
against-
right now. He's
if
still
he
the
can
greatest
never-
basketball player. I'm
if
sorry, he's
Kevin
still consider
never
me one of the
Never played
greatest
again. He is
rappers of all
not
time.
better
That's
than
true.
motherfucking.
He never
Yes,
played
he
again.
is.
How?
Yes, he is.
Why?
Yes, he is.
Why?
He better than Scottie. What do you
Why?
mean Scottie ain't never won an MVP?
And neither has
Scottie
Kevin
never led
Durant.
the
And
league
Kevin
in
Durant.
scoring.
And Kevin Durant
What did
never.
Scottie ever led the league in?
You know what Kevin Durant has never did? Play defense.
Steals? What did Scottie lead the league in? Steals?
Where's the defense?
Steals?
Where's
Is that
the
what he led the league in?
Can he at least
Steals?
make a
Yeah, I led the
second
league in
defensive team?
steals.
Can he at least make the team?
Steph Curry led the league in steals.
What does defense win?
Nothing.
Championship.
Come on,
That's why 6
come on,
of them.
Jay.
That's
Come
money
on,
players
Jay.
for a championship. From Chicago.
Money players for a
6 of them.
championship.
What is
You all players, I can't believe you all here talking bad about the nigga that got you all these 6 rings.
The Warriors.
When Mike couldn't get you niggas nowhere near the show, when Mike was getting y'all whooped every year by Larry, when Larry was bringing Mike his head every year, you know who came to save you motherfuckers? Don't you ever let me hear you disrespect Scottie Pippen. He is the reason you niggas got 3. Because you niggas wouldn't have none.
No.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
We wouldn't have none. We wouldn't have none. Zero. We wouldn't have none.
Who said?
We wouldn't have none.
Mike ass.
They would have beat the shit out of Mike. Listen, niggas used to take turn punishing Mike.
Yes,
I'm not going.
like yes.
I'm not going.
Scottie Pippen made the team better.
Look.
I'm not going.
You be disrespecting Scottie, G.
You
I'm
like
not
you a
going.
Chicago
No
nigga, bro. This
You be
is
acting
crazy.
like Scottie is Iggy.
Is no disrespect.
You act like Scottie is Iggy.
He's not these guys. The
Yeah,
same way
G.
Larry Bird got up there at the MVP awards and he said everybody want to have all this conversation about these new guys. I got like, no, these new guys are better. Wake
No,
up.
they're
These new
not.
guys are no. It's not what you're
No,
supposed to say.
they're
It's
not.
facts.
What are they better at?
No,
They're
no.
bigger, they're stronger, they're more.
Why do y'all keep thinking
they're
about
more
better?
skilled.
Why
Kevin
do you
Durant
think
more skilled than Scottie
Then
Pippen?
how they don't make free
Kevin
throws?
Durant more skilled than Scottie Pippen.
I don't know
Kevin
about
Durant
that,
can't make
G.
free throws.
Hold on, no.
Kevin Durant more skilled than Scottie
He's a
Pippen.
better scorer.
Let me ask you a question.
Kevin Durant more
I got a
skilled than
better
Scottie
question.
Pippen. I'm about to walk out here. Kevin Durant not more skilled than Scottie Pippen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Scottie Pippen
okay,
didn't make
stop
free
it.
throws.
Kevin
Let me
Durant
ask
is better than
you a
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen.
Pippen didn't make
I'm
free
not
throws.
disagreeing with y'all, right? But dig this. Let me ask you a better question.
Go ahead.
Has Kevin Durant ever been the best power forward offensively in the NBA?
He's not a power forward. He's a small forward.
Is he been the best small?
Yes,
I
yes,
tried to
when he
give
won
you a
MVP.
pass with that.
When he won MVP, yes, he was.
Was he
the
so he's
best.
better than
Yes, he
LeBron
was.
James?
Yes, he was.
So how many years has he been
was.
better than LeBron James offensively?
Two, but LeBron is arguably the greatest basketball player of all time.
He's not even-
Offensively, he's
he's not
been better
even
than LeBron
arguable.
James every year of LeBron's career.
No, because
LeBron James is a playmaker. It's scoring and playmaking are two
So
different
what?
things.
Sue me. That's my opinion.
Offense is
That's
more than
my
just
So
opinion.
you just
That's
overvalue
my opinion.
scoring.
I'm
And
not
you from
yes,
Chicago.
nothing.
Yes.
I'm not valuing nothing.
So was Michael Jordan a better offensive player than Magic Johnson?
It's debatable. Yes.
It's debatable.
Yes. I think yes.
I'm not
disagreeing, but I'm asking you.
No, I'm
I think
not
yes.
saying
How is
hard
that
yes.
debatable?
What do you
I think
mean? How
yes.
is it
I think
debatable?
yes.
What? Wait,
How
how
do
are
you mean?
you
How is it debatable?
that Michael Jordan was better?
I think he
Offensively,
is. I think he
than Magic
is.
Johnson.
Yes.
I think he is.
If Mike wants to average 10 assists, you think he can't do it? Russell
No.
Westbrook can average
He could
10
have
assists right
assists. He
now.
could have- yes,
If
no,
Russell
no, no,
Westbrook
no,
can
I
average
said
12
how-
assists,
You
Mike
wouldn't
can
have won that way, but he could have. He
How
could have.
can
He
you
could
debate
have.
that
He could
Magic
have.
Johnson was a better offensive player than Michael
Because
Jordan?
Magic was
How?
out to give you 22 points and give you 12 assists, so you can debate that.
What do you mean? And literally won 5
Like Magic could
championships,
score
won
when he
9
wanted to
times,
score.
never
If
missed the
Magic
playoffs.
wanted to average 28 points, he could have.
Magic could average 30 points a game.
He could have.
Jordan could have averaged 45
He could have.
and 10 assists.
Did it?
I think he could have.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you in agreement with me or you disagree with me?
About what?
He's saying it's not a conversation. He's
I'm
saying
saying-
Magic Johnson is not on Michael Jordan's level offensively. And that's
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
I think
I'm saying it's not a
I think it is a conversation.
Conversation.
Because
What
you
are
gotta
you
look
talking
at
about? How dare you disrespect
Positional.
Magic in this motherfucker? This is lost. Are you crazy? Magic Johnson is 5 championships. Every playoffs, every year,
I understand
every year,
that. I
always a
understand
winning record. As a rookie, out
Yes.
the gate,
I
finals
understand
MVP.
that.
Don't you
Yo, shout
ever?
out to Lansing. Shout out to Lansing. That's what's up.
Right here
Okay.
in the Laker League.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
this is crazy.
No.
A Chicago
No.
nigga shitting on Scottie.
No.
Is Scottie better than LeBron? No. Is Scottie better than Kevin Durant today?
No.
Yes.
No,
Is
he's
Scottie better than
not.
Kawhi Leonard today? Yes.
No,
he's great.
Not. He's not.
You got to win
He's
some
not
more
better.
rings, bro.
No,
You can't not have 6
No.
to talk.
No, you're the same one that said Mike didn't win the rings. The Bulls won the rings.
So that's
Scottie
my
didn't win the
point.
rings.
So
the
that-
Bulls
that's
won
how-
the rings.
that's how good
so
we
Kevin
are
Durant is
together.
better. So Kevin Durant is better.
He only has 2.
It don't matter.
He's
the
short.
Bulls won the rings. The Warriors won the rings. Kevin Durant didn't win the rings. The Warriors did.
Sure he did.
According to the,
Where's the rest of the 6?
I'm using what you said though.
And I'm giving it back to you. Where's the rest of the 6?
You
If you the
said
man,
the
if
team
you
won
the
the
man,
ring.
where's the rest of the 6?
You said the team won the ring. So if they team rings, then they team rings. You can't
Yeah,
argue
but-
that
and
one.
we are a part of the team.
You gotta make up your mind.
We are part of the
man.
team.
You
I'm
argue
the
for both
playmaker and the
though.
scorer.
You argue for both though.
A player maker.
Who
and a
took their team
scorer.
to the finals and who didn't by themselves as a league out of the team? Kevin Durant did. Scottie Pippen didn't.
Wait a
Did.
second. Wait,
Lie
hold
to
on,
me.
hold on. Wait.
Sit here and tell me
Playing
a
with 2
lie.
MVPs?
Sit here and tell me a lie.
Wait.
Tell me a lie.
It ain't
Wait,
2
wait,
MVPs.
wait, hold on.
Huh?
You
Not
said
two
wait,
MVPs on that
wait,
team?
hold on, wait.
They won MVPs at that time.
Who's side?
So a nigga that's playing to be an MVP.
Wait a second.
Magic Johnson was MVP.
He played with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan won like 6 MVPs, didn't he?
Can I go back
Didn't
to
Mike win 6
something?
MVPs?
Can I go back to
Yeah,
something?
Scottie finished second in voting when Michael went there.
Can
and
I
they
go
won
back
one
to
less
something?
game.
KD took his team to the finals and won an MVP.
Can we rewind
We're not
to
talking about
something?
second place. More victories are for
When
minor
did he
league
take a team
coaches.
to the
Wait,
finals
did
and
you
win
say
MVP?
Kevin Durant took a team by himself to the finals?
He did.
No, you're
Wait,
lying.
what
You're
team
telling
was he
a
on
lie.
by himself?
You're telling a lie. You're
Hold
telling
on,
a
what team
lie.
was he on
Oklahoma
by
City
himself?
Thunder.
Even fucking Harden was losing this goddamn man.
To the finals when he disappeared.
Wait,
So then why
Exactly.
Kevin Durant?
We gotta get there. We gotta get there.
Defend that.
Defend
Defend that. Defend that.
We said he didn't carry them. We said he didn't carry
not on that
them.
team. Was
Surge
Westbrook
on that
Harden not
team?
on that team?
Yes, but also
You know who got
Russ
Kevin Durant that year?
Russ
The best
lost in that
small
finals.
forward.
I got
Yeah.
Russ and KD are two of my favorite players, but Russ lost them all of those playoff series.
That's wild. Stop
He
it.
did.
Come on, G.
He had to slow
Come
down.
on, G. Come on,
He played
G.
too fast.
Kevin Durant gets struck by Chris Paul. Do I like you remember that shit?
Hey, what's the over under?
He couldn't fucking post up Chris Paul.
What's the over under?
Tell me I'm lying. Do you not remember that?
dog.
Wait, what you
When he
say?
couldn't fucking post up Chris Paul?
Who couldn't post?
KD. Do you remember that?
Listen.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, but that's supposed to be Russ guy. What was Russ out there doing? Bricking shots, bricking threes,
This nigga
bricking
too
threes.
Y'all listen.
bricking threes. Russ out
I
there
actually
bricking
really
threes.
like Kevin Durant.
I love
like
KD.
as a
KD one of
nigga
my
and
favorite
everything.
athletes
But
on
let's
planet
be
Earth.
honest.
But stop.
Kevin Durant is not the best small forward of his era.
We need that.
He not. And I think that look. And
So
look,
he is not better than Scottie
listen,
Pippen. Scottie
I
Pippen was
pers-
clearly the best small
listen,
forward of his
I
era.
personally think
That's
I personally think that KD is better than Scottie.
Except the defensive side don't reveal it.
Personally.
And then the Cleveland's got
But I think that KD is a better defender than what you may be giving him credit for.
I'm giving
I
you
think he's a
credit
good
for as
defender.
great as you can be without actually being one of the best defenders in the NBA.
He's
But
not an
Scottie Pippen
offensive
was the
team.
best small forward defender in the NBA for years. He was one of the best offensive
And Kevin Durant,
small forward.
And Kevern Durant has been the best offensive small forward in the NBA
No, he
since
hasn't.
No, he has not. You
hasn't.
finna
LeBron is
disrespect
not better
LeBron
than him
James.
offensively.
What
No,
is
he's
that even
not.
behind?
LeBron is a,
Yes, he
no,
is.
he's not. LeBron.
Yes,
no, he's
he
not.
is.
LeBron to me is a better rebounder and a better overall defender.
And he's a better
So,
playmaker.
He's a better passer?
He's a better passer.
And he
What the fuck is passing?
He is, but I also think KD
Right,
was
isn't
never
that
asked to do
playmaking?
that.
And you said brought a top 5 scorer ever.
He not better than KD. KD top 2.
G,
I
if
told
the
you
man-
KD. I told you KD the greatest scorer ever.
Stop. If the man a top 5 scorer ever, what do you think of the passer? Do you think LeBron is what? For
Top 15.
what is KD?
As a passer,
Yes.
top 100.
That's nowhere close to each other.
You know what he's not?
Top 100.
Kevin Durant is not as good of a passer as
Top
Scottie
100.
Pippen.
I don't think he was asked to
it's
do that.
not.
I think what you saw a lot in the later years when he was in Golden State,
Asked to
when he
do
stopped
that.
scoring as much, was him facilitating.
When did he
Wait,
stop
wait,
scoring?
wait,
have the
wait.
ball.
When did he ever stop scoring?
What do you
Wait,
mean?
wait, wait.
He ain't never stopped scoring.
He had to be much. You can ask KD
But if you
himself.
can pass,
ask
you
that
can
man.
pass.
Ask
You
that
don't
man
have to
himself.
ask somebody to
Ask that
pass.
man
I think
himself.
Kevin.
It was a lot.
I think it's fair to say.
No, look,
this is
Klay Thompson took more shots than Kevin Durant one year.
This is a kid.
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
This
I
is
think
a
Kevin Durant is the second best small forward of his era.
Here, let me get him. Let me get
And
him.
I think he got to be careful because Kawhi Leonard is on his
Here,
ass.
let me get him. Do you ask your son to pass the ball? He just do it because he's good at it.
Kevin
You don't
Durant is
ask
just
Luka
not.
to pass the ball.
I mean,
He just
Kevin
do it.
Durant is probably one of the
He's
most
just good at it.
inefficient
You
scorers I
ask,
ever seen.
No, you don't
He's
ask
like
somebody
Jordan
to
to do
pass the
that.
ball.
No,
Silky
Luka's
smooth.
asked to facilitate.
No,
Luka's the
you-
team point guard. Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
that's fair.
Luka's that team's Harden. Harden is asked to pass the ball
Well, because
too.
his abilities make that happen.
yeah.
I don't think Kevin Durant's
Kevin Durant
ability
has the
is that.
same abilities. He's never played in
As
a system
who?
like that.
As who?
If you put Kevin Durant
Whoa,
at
whoa,
Rockets,
whoa,
he's
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
say
whoa,
No, he
something
not.
Harden.
No, he not. No, he not. No, he not. No, he not. No, he not.
He's gonna say
No, he
something
not.
Harden.
No, he not.
He's
No,
gonna
he
say something
not. No, he
Harden.
not.
Offensively,
No, he
total
not.
point.
No, he not. No, he not. No, he not.
Kevin Durant
No, he
can do the same
not. No, he
thing.
not.
Not
No, he
the
not.
pass.
No, he
Same exact
not.
stuff
No, he
Harden.
not. No, he not.
Nobody. It's hard for niggas to do
That's
stuff.
too much
James,
wear and
I ain't
tear.
gonna lie.
No, he not.
James Harden is a whole different
Right.
guy.
No, he not, bro.
James Harden.
You have no
Only
evidence that
Michael
supports that.
Jordan. Only Michael Jordan. Only Allen Iverson. Only Kobe Bryant could do what James Harden is doing.
I don't even think Kobe could do it. I don't think he could pass the
I don't
same.
think Kobe could.
Yeah,
Because that's a lot
I
of
don't think
wear and
AI
tear.
could either.
yeah. Well, I don't think passing is where it's at.
But I think you have to be an excellent passer to also excel in that system. Because you got to hold the ball so much. Like, all the decisions have to come from you.
Yeah, James Harden's making
KD
his
can
case
do that. I'm
for
sorry.
one of the greatest people that never won.
I'm sorry. For all y'all out there that think I be hating on KD.
Yeah.
He's
y'all
on
see
Allen
I
Iverson
just
ass for
finished
the
it.
nigga that never won.
Nah. But
He's making his
anyways,
case.
let's go ahead. Let's actually hop into some actual topics.
Some
But
actual
before you do that, just let me
Okay.
just make
Go
let me
ahead.
just say this. This is the official list for Hoops and Brew.
Okay.
Don't change this list until somebody else wins.
Okay.
Larry Bird is the best small forward
No,
in
he's
the
not. No, he's
Listen,
not.
I'm gonna need LeBron to win a
This is
fourth.
your official list.
Listen, I'm gonna this Hoops and Brews
No,
official
this is your
list.
lying to the people.
Listen,
This is Glasses
This is Hoops and
Below's-
Brews
This is
official
Hoops and
list.
Brews presents Glasses Below.
Larry
official
Bird
list.
until LeBron wins another championship.
Okay.
Let's
I mean, Bird do have 3 straight MVPs.
fair.
That did happen.
3 straight
It's not
MVPs, and he has 3 championships.
He-
So until I'm not asking a lot to ask LeBron to win 4 championships. I'm not
Or one
asking
more
that
MVP.
much.
Okay, so
I'm
writing
not
this
even
down.
gonna do that because
So
that's not
Glasses,
fair. It's PR.
Okay.
This
So
PR
go
is
ahead,
not gonna be
Glasses.
close.
Give
It's
us
not
your
gonna allow me.
give us your
It's not
list,
fair.
Glasses. Give us your
This is the
list.
Hoops and Brews official list. I think I have earned the right to say this. So right
I'm
now,
gonna make a graphic like they do on First Take. I'm gonna find what he was on the internet and put that next to him.
look, so Larry Bird until LeBron wins a 4th, tops
Okay.
Kareem.
Okay.
He can't. He hasn't passed Larry Bird.
Okay.
Right? That's the second best small forward. The third best is Scottie Pippen, who is a 6-time champion, a multiple-time defensive first team, and a multiple offensive All-NBA player.
Never MVP though, unfortunately.
That's cool. That's just offensive award. It means he playing next to Michael Jordan. That's cool. Michael Jordan can score all he wants to. It's cool. I got you. When you need to guard a big boy, I got you, big dog.
Yeah, but who's the
When
greatest
Magic-
player of all time?
I don't
Scottie
know.
Pippen or Michael Jordan?
There's no such thing. He's the greatest shooting guard of all
No,
time.
he's the greatest player of all time.
No, I'm not giving him that.
Wait, who's the greatest player of all time?
Michael
No
Jordan.
such thing.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
There's no such thing.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
It's no
Yeah.
one player. You can't be
Yeah.
the greatest player of all time. It's no one-on-one. Nobody even playing. It's the greatest team. You only can be the greatest in a position. And I'm tired of having this ridiculous conversation about one player. You can't do it.
So is he the greatest shooting guard of all time?
Hands down.
Hands down, by far.
Right there.
Is
That's
he
why
the
I leave
greatest
him there.
guard of all time?
Yes.
I don't know. That's
Just
really
guard.
tricky. I don't
You
know.
gonna say
Both
Steph
positions.
Curry?
He's the
you gonna
most
tell a lie.
achieved guard. That's not. No, it's not even.
You-
He's the most
you
achieved
go
guard, but I don't know if he's better than Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's job is different.
Is he the greatest 6'6" or under player of all time?
Yes.
Michael Jordan.
I think 6'5" is the under. I think 6'6" is over.
Well, I was just trying to.
Because I think 6'6" is the
Different
impact. Because I think 6'6" is the impact for the NBA. I think once you get to that height, that's when you can over impact the game.
I agree.
That's what makes Steph Curry so nasty.
I agree.
The point is, right now, Kevin Durant.
Wait a second. You would put Julius Erving over Scottie Pippen?
No,
Hell no.
no.
Hell
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell
Where you
no.
from?
We put
Hell
you in
no.
Scottie Pippen.
Listen.
Hell no.
What you
Shout out to
mean?
Doc.
Winning
Hell
the MVP
no.
is not enough.
Hell no.
I'm not knocking it. I'm not
Hell
saying
no.
it'll give you kudos. Like for me to put Kevin Durant needs another title. to
Moses
pass
ranked
Scottie
higher
Pippen.
than Julius Erving all time. In my
Kevin
humble
Durant
opinion.
needs another
Yeah,
title
but
to
Moses
pass
not a
Scottie
small
Pippen.
forward.
Who?
Kevin Durant needs another title to pass Scottie Pippen. You got to at least have 3 to go with that MVP.
No, he don't.
You can't just
I
have
got an
2.
MVP. Scottie ain't got an MVP.
Yeah, but I got 6
Scottie
rings.
never averaged over 23.
Yeah, but I also am probably the greatest defensive small forward,
Yeah.
not named Kawhi Leonard.
And Dr. J is better than Scottie.
No,
No, he's
sir.
not. Stop
No,
it.
sir.
No,
Yes,
stop
yes,
it.
yes.
I'm
Stop
not
it.
even that
Stop
accurate.
it.
I'm not even
Stop
trying to-
it.
Yes, he is.
Stop it.
16-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA,
One
5-time
ring.
All-NBA. So what? So what? He was the guy. Scottie never won.
He
as
wasn't the guy
He
who
wasn't the guy who
rings.
won that damn ring. It was
Why don't you ever
Malone.
disrespect the big Malone, dog? Why don't you disrespect the
He
big
was still
dog,
one of the guys.
dog?
He was still one of the guys.
He damn
So
near
Scottie
won the
Pippen was the guy.
Scottie Pippen won the guy though. Scottie never. No, he won the guy.
Wait, Scottie
Michael was
Pippen
the
was the
guy.
guy when-
He
Michael
came
was
on
the
the
guy.
same team with Michael Jordan.
Michael was
and
the guy.
Put Michael Jordan
Over there?
over the top. Michael Jordan couldn't even sniff the finals.
It's true.
He couldn't even sniff
Scottie
the
got the
finals.
headache game 7, they lost.
That is true. And Scottie
I
Pippen
also
took
feel
the
like
Bulls to the
Phil
second
Jackson
round.
did that. Phil Jackson did that. I'm not.
Oh,
gonna
now
get
everybody else get credit to Scottie.
I've been
Oh,
saying
Chicago
that. I've been
niggas, man.
saying
It's
that.
crazy.
I've
Wait,
been
Phil
saying
It's
that.
a
Jackson.
disrespect.
I've
Phil
been saying
Jackson
that,
did
though.
that. Phil Jackson
The
couldn't do it
point I'm
without
saying to
Scottie.
you is listen.
And also, I'm
I'm
not
giving
gonna
you-
y'all
I'm giving you
disrespect
the
Moses that
standards.
year because he definitely averaged still that year.
Moses
Averaged
got
21.
cracked.
I'm sorry, not Moses. Julius. He still averaged 21, 6.8 rebounds.
And look up
3.7
Andrew Tony and look at the rest of them.
I know. I
And
know
look at
everybody else.
Moses
hoop.
Malone.
I know everybody else hoop, but he still hooped. Don't act like he was out
Well,
there.
you just gave
He
me
and George
Scottie
Gervin on the
Pippen
Bulls.
You gave me Scottie Pippen numbers every time Mike won.
So what? But what you mean? You say every
He
time,
won with
exactly.
the
Every
NBA.
time Mike won, exactly. That's my point.
I'm saying, I'm telling you, every time Mike won,
every time Mike
he got
won.
23 from Scottie, and somebody
Every
would guard
time
the
Mike
bigger
won.
players.
It was every time Mike won. You didn't look at that.
Well,
as
I know
Scottie.
Mike for sure didn't win shit by himself. He was getting his ass whooped. So we ain't gonna start talking about all the niggas he beat, all the bums he beat, because he couldn't beat shit in the 80s. We'll talk to the
Scottie
real
averaged
basketball.
about 20.
Scottie averaged about 22.
No, not really.
22 is not
I'm
that
looking
fire
at
to
it.
me.
If you got 20 points out of a nigga that can defend the best nigga on the other team,
Yeah,
I think you
I'm
really
with
value
you.
defense.
I'm with you. This
you have to value defense. Defense wins
You gotta
championships.
value defense, bro.
I'm with you, Scottie Pippen over Kevin Durant right now.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Kevin Durant is a ring away from passing Scottie. But you know what? Kawhi is a ring away from passing both of them.
I don't hate that take.
I think Kawhi needs 4 rings to pass LeBron.
I just think Kawhi also need better
Four to pass
individual
LeBron?
stats.
Who?
I don't know about passing LeBron. I don't
Listen,
think Kawhi
if he
can
goes
pass
here and
LeBron.
wins it,
I
listen,
don't
if he
think
comes
Kawhi
to the
can pass
Clippers, if he
LeBron.
comes to the Clippers, that's ridiculous.
LeBron has had some longevity. LeBron is
I
going
don't
to
give a fuck you long and ain't won shit. You got to win in this league.
Wait, LeBron didn't win?
He's won 3 times. So you been here
That's
all
a
day
lot.
just wasting everybody's time? You know
That's
it's
a
a
lot.
lot? Bill Russell 11 is a lot.
Yes, that's
You know
even
what's a
more.
lot? Michael Jordan 6
How many
is a lot.
teams was in the league with the Celtics?
Now, listen, if you got to play Will
12.
Chamberlain, I don't give a fuck who else you play.
12
You don't need to
teams.
play nobody else. It could be you and Will Chamberlain, and if you beat Will Chamberlain, you earned all the motherfucking rings. The nigga 6 inches taller than you. He averaging way more stats, and if you figure out how to beat him, you don't got to play nobody
Will
else.
Chamberlain
I
was
still
too busy
think
with his
Bill Russell will be
extracurricular
Tristan Thompson
activities
if
No, he was
Stop.
whooping that ass.
I still think Bill Russell
and doing
will be
other
Tristan
stuff to that too.
Listen, you beat Will Chamberlain, that's all you need. I don't give a fuck how many other teams. Because you know why at the end you know who's going to be there? Will.
Yeah, but Bill Russell also was playing with Kuzi and Havlicek and like all these other.
We could do this
Yo,
for
shout out to
everybody.
Mike Jones. Somebody donated.
I'm not
He said
saying Bill
Magic
Russell
Johnson.
wasn't
Hold on one
great
second.
and didn't
Hold
get the
on.
11.
Somebody donated. He said Magic Johnson was giving MJ hands in the '91 finals until Scottie
Scottie
Pippen
stepped up.
Yeah.
And you Chicago nigga disrespected
And
Chicago.
taking him from
I should have to
there.
revoke this nigga pass.
It's not. It's
Scottie
not.
Pippen.
Not disrespect to
Take it
him.
away.
It's not.
You got to have,
It's just his
you know what,
guys
you need
are
to
better.
put more
Guys are
respect on
better.
defense,
Yeah.
dog.
I didn't say
I
he's
am
not
so
top
ashamed
five.
of you because you are.
He top 3.
I respect you as a basketball
Well, no,
player.
he top
You are
5.
too young to have no respect
No,
for defense.
he's
Give him
top
your
5.
CTA card.
He's top 5.
No, it's past top 5. You talking about a
He's not
guy
top
that
2
won
to me.
6 rings.
He's not better than LeBron. He's not better than KD. He's not better than Larry Bird.
He's better than KD.
He's not better than KD.
KD
That's not
is-
disrespect to me.
I don't think he's better than
That's
KD,
not disrespect to me.
but-
That's not
but-
disrespect to me.
It's a
That's legit
point
not
that
disrespect.
you
I don't think Steph Curry the greatest point guard of all time. He's my favorite
course he-
player. He number 2, but he's not the greatest.
point guard of all time.
Scottie was smooth.
How did you even
Scottie
bring
was
that into a
smooth.
comparison?
What you mean?
We talking about
Steph Curry
KD and this
is
nigga.
Because what I'm saying is just because I'm from a place where I root for a guy, I root for a team, don't
What
mean
does
that I'm
that have
taking
to
that
do with
guy
it? What about-
and escalating that guy in my rankings. Steph Curry has
Steph
been
Curry
my
not
favorite
from
player.
LA.
That's not my point. That's not my point. What I'm saying is Steph Curry is my favorite player. Just because he's my favorite player and I've been watching him, I've been a fan of him forever, don't mean that I'm gonna rank him over guys that I think that are better than him.
What's obvious Magic Johnson is
Scottie
better.
Pippen is good. He is great. I grew up watching him. I grew up watching him.
He's better than good and great.
I grew up watching him.
He's one of the greatest
He
small
is.
forwards.
He
actually
is.
was the
He's
second
top
greatest small
4.
forward until
He's
LeBron
top,
James
He's
came.
top 4. He's top 4.
No, he's
That's
better.
where it ends. He's
No,
not
he's
better than
better.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is better than that man. But
No.
let's talk Lakers. What do you think about the Lakers' potential this season? Where do you think they can go?
First round.
First round?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, we gotta lose.
I think you just can't get the best on the court with KD and LeBron. That's all.
I mean, with KD and LeBron or AD and LeBron?
Wait, you think the Lakers gonna lose in the first round?
I can't say going to first.
Lose
First
in the
round.
first round?
Yeah, I know. Sound crazy, right?
To
Sound
who?
unbelievable. I don't know. I don't like them against 4 teams.
That's a lot of teams.
Which teams?
Houston, Portland, the Clippers.
Why Portland?
Because I
they
think
don't have to
we
go
can't
to
guard the
the
backcourt.
Yeah.
The only team out of that list they might play in the first round would
Portland.
be Portland.
It depends.
I think Portland's a bad first round matchup.
Depends. Like Clippers is playing real
Lakers are gonna
conservative.
be
They're
top
not
4.
tripping.
The Lakers are gonna be top 4.
I don't know.
Unless they really hit a slide, they're probably going to end up being top 4.
They still got to play the Hawks a lot.
I
still
think
got to play
no,
the Pelicans.
we only play the
They
Hawks
haven't had a
one more time.
tough. They haven't had a tough schedule.
Look, they still got to
Matter
play
of fact,
the
this is
Wizards,
the second time we
the
played the
Knicks.
Hawks.
Yeah.
They still got to play all these.
But we ain't
bottom
played
teams.
Portland once.
Yeah,
we played the
you
Clippers
played
once.
Yeah.
We ain't played Houston at all.
Yeah,
we ain't
yeah.
played Denver none.
Yeah.
We
Golden
ain't played
State is-
no
Only
good
played
teams.
Phoenix
Golden State is
once.
decimated.
They only played Phoenix once.
I think we're not gonna beat the Clippers once in the regular season. I got to actually bet on with the homies that we not gonna beat the Clippers once.
I can
The
believe it.
Clippers is just a bad matchup for us.
Terrible. They got 2.
Literally, they got the wing defender. It's like when we played against the Raptors. I knew we was gonna lose that game. You got 4 guys that can guard LeBron or AD. Like literally, you go switch and he could. It's still like a challenge.
yeah.
AD might have a better chance. LeBron still has a good chance, but these niggas is there.
Yeah.
So the Clippers, we not gonna beat them one game in the regular season. It's gonna take a lot for us to beat the Clippers this year. The Clippers are set up to kick our ass.
I agree.
They are set up to kick our ass.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like they knew that was
They don't
coming.
have home court.
It don't matter.
It don't.
They
What the
wouldn't
hell
have
does
home
home
court
court
anyway.
matter?
They wouldn't have
Only
home
thing the
court.
Clippers can do is just stay
Who would have
big.
home court?
Home court matter for who?
I'm saying they both play at Staples. They both play in LA. There's no home court. in
What
a
does
series.
home court got to do with
The
it?
Lakers got home court.
We talking about
The Lakers got home court.
Yeah, it's a
What you
Lakers
talking about?
game. What does that mean?
The Raptors literally had half the
I'm not
Raptors.
talking about the Raptors. I'm talking about if the Clippers play the Lakers.
Yes, the Clippers.
It's
The
definitely
Clippers are the away
it's
team.
always gonna
The
be the
Clippers
away
are the
game.
away team. This is the away team.
It's gonna always be the away
Every
team.
game
I
is
don't
an
give a
away
fuck where
game.
it's at. Yeah.
I mean,
Against
the
the
Raptors
Lakers.
came and half the arena was Raptors
I'm
fans.
not talking
They-
about
they-
the fans.
What
I'm
you
talking
mean?
about-
They don't care
I'm
about
talking
that.
about your routine.
Nah,
I'm
I'm talking about the
sleeping
atmosphere.
at home.
Nah, it's
driving
different.
your car to
They
the
don't
arena.
care about
Not
that.
going
They
understand
to
don't
what they
care
got to do
about
with the
that.
Clippers.
That ain't got nothing to do with that.
Huh?
What's that got to do with the Clippers?
Staying at home ain't got nothing
I'm
to do with
saying
that.
that if they play each other, there's no advantage.
The Clippers had the advantage because literally LeBron James
Lakers
is
got
in
home
year
court
17.
advantage.
That's the advantage. You talking about two prime defenders.
The Clippers have the advantage over the Lakers.
Yes.
Yes.
They have a better defensive team,
Yes.
and they can guard your offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also have 2 perimeter guys.
They have literally probably the best.
But what I'm saying is the Clippers have no atmospheric advantage over them.
Who
It
the
don't
fuck?
matter.
This is the NBA.
Yeah.
What you mean?
They play at the
Teams
Staples
lose
Center.
on the road all the time.
I mean,
This
yeah, but
is
the Warriors
not one
lost
of
every
those
game at
teams.
home last year.
What's up?
The Warriors lost every game at home in the finals last
Against the
year. It don't
Raptors
matter.
too. They lost
Against the
every
Raptors. I mean, I don't
They
think
lost the series too.
the Clippers are going to be away regardless. That
Yeah.
arena is
I
gonna
don't
be
even know
full
what
of
that mean
Lakers
away
fans.
or home if it's the Staples Center. Like
talking
literally,
about-
we talking
this is
about
talking about from a fan
But we talking
perspective.
about
This
you
from a fan
shooting your
perspective.
shot. We don't talk about who rooting. Nobody give two fuck. They thrive off that. This team is a bad guy team.
Yeah.
The Clippers?
The Clippers are bad. Kawhi is the bad guy for real, trying to be the good guy. He's the bad guy. He's the fucking Joker. He has no facial expression. He's all business. None of that shit going on means nothing to him. He get out there and do that shit. That motherfucker is not playing. He is not one of those guys that you got to be worried about. Oh, you know what? He's here. Like this motherfucker is like the Terminator. And you got him and Paul George that can guard LeBron James.
Then you got Pavy there.
I ain't even talk
You got
about nothing
Trey.
else. You talking about the guy that we are using as our primary playmaker and our number one option. There's two guys that are in the prime of their career that are probably the 1 and 2 best small forward defensive players over the last 10 years in their prime.
See, but I think what y'all not taking into consideration is I don't think the Clippers are going to be healthy by the time playoffs come.
I don't think the Lakers are going to be healthy by the
That's
time.
probably
playoffs
true for
come.
us, too.
The Lakers, half
We
of their
playing
rosters
for
over
first.
30.
I think the healthiest
you know that, right?
team is what's up?
You know half of the Lakers rosters over 30.
Yes.
Well,
So,
our-
Right, so
our
neither
problem is-
team then. So I think the healthiest team is going to win. Not
so you think Paul
necessarily-
George not going to be healthy come the playoff time?
Listen,
probably gonna get hurt
listen,
again.
listen.
Nah.
Paul George is probably going to get hurt.
The reality is they
like
gonna-
I'm not trying to put that on him, but Paul George is one of those players that I consider in the category with Kyrie as a brittle player.
So let me ask
They
you a
get
question.
hurt
So out of all the
time.
4 players that
They
we talk
get
about,
hurt
let's talk
often.
about the Lakers and Clippers 4 players. You're saying these 2 players have a chance more to be hurt than a guy in year 17 coming off an injury with too many minutes, who's a great all-time great. And
AD
he
gets hurt all the time too.
So then, what are we
Yeah,
really
they
talking
don't really,
about?
it ain't really no.
We're talking about
Kawhi is
everything else.
constantly hurt.
Except Kawhi played all last year hurt and all this year hurt.
Yes, he's going to play, but he's constantly hurt.
I mean, AD showed
But
hurt
who's
right
going
now.
to who's going to exploit his hurtness?
I think AD is actually hurt, but I think that if
But let
you
me ask you a
have,
question:
you
who's
don't
going to
wanna sit out the
exploit
rest
his
of the season.
hurtness?
Who is going to exploit Kawhi's hurtness?
Yeah. What player do we have to exploit his hurtness?
You hope Kuzma. That's what he like.
And come on,
Cool.
man.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, man, no, but look, look.
Kyle Kuzma.
Hence,
But-
hence the dilemma for me
But
as
I
a
thought we
Lakers
was
fan.
talking about the Lakers getting out the first round, though.
I'm
I thought
telling
that
you-
was the whole point.
He's saying, like,
I'm not
it-
saying that
I'm telling you- I'm telling you- no,
I'm not
this
saying
is-
the Clippers are not better.
Well, I don't think it's about better or worse, right? I'm thinking about getting out of the first round is who do we match up,
Yeah, match up
against?
against.
Prime LeBron, I wouldn't be worried about Houston or Portland. I know he'd take over the game. AD is not the kind of guy to take over a game.
I agree.
So, but I think you got enough shooters to get out the first round.
Oh,
Do
that
you?
shit is trash.
Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, that's Kyle Kuzma not a shooter.
But see,
He's
but
not a shooter to
again,
me.
I
He
think
can
Kyle
shoot, but
Kuzma's
he's not a
not a
shooter.
shooter.
Nah,
He can shoot, but he's not a shooter.
He's a scorer. He's not a shooter.
Listen. To
He
me,
makes it when he shoots.
wait, look,
scores.
listen,
He don't make it when he shoots.
listen,
That used to be my line.
listen.
That used to be my line. I'm like,
Score.
some people score and some people shoot. Lou Williams is a scorer.
Score. But to me, Kyle Kuzma, I said to me, is the most important factor for this basketball team. I need Kyle Kuzma in moments to play a Kyrie type role. When I look at it, they don't really have anybody you can just dump the ball to and be like, yo, figure it out. I don't think AD's that guy.
And that's not even fair to ask
I don't
Kyle
think-
Kuzma,
well,
especially
did that
playing
go-
away from the basket.
Well, did-
LeBron don't figure it out.
Not really,
at this
G.
point.
That's LeBron. That's never been Bron's strong suit. Every time Bron has had success,
Yeah,
he's
His
had
new way
somebody
of
to throw the
figuring it
ball
out
to.
is dribble, 3-pointer.
I mean,
That's what he does now.
That's a disaster.
yeah, but it's like, do you?
That's actually why I'm worried about the first
That's how he
round.
figures it out.
I mean, like, yeah, but it's like, how much?
It's so much to ask for somebody in year
plus,
17.
Plus
man.
the Lakers, any team they're gonna match up against in the first round, realistically, I feel like the Lakers have way more depth than that team.
We don't really.
So the Lakers can just run players and keep running players.
We don't really have depth.
Everybody who's played on the Lakers can be a
And also,
rotational
Jeff is
player.
overrated in the playoffs anyway. Like
Yeah, because you go to a
like
7-man
8.5 people,
rotation.
like,
Amen.
maximum.
Depth helps with health.
The teams we need to get, I'm still scared. Like, we could end up with the Suns, and I'm praying to God that LeBron and AD, obviously, you know,
The
they have
Suns,
experience.
the Lakers not losing to the Suns.
And I don't think they're going to finish in the top half. So I think that the reality is, where are we going to finish? If we play too hard, then we asking LeBron to run out of gas, period. So you lose there. We're going to lose at that point. You can't play him. We're playing him too much now. We played him 39 minutes to beat Sacramento the other night.
That's
I
true.
will say
Just play
that-
a lot of minutes.
So are we playing for MVP in first place, which we're not going to win the MVP because he ain't going to have a PER to match up with it, right?
And right now they're the number one team in the West.
I will say that.
But we actually playing too many minutes for that to happen.
I will say that even though he's
Or
playing a lot of
17
minutes,
minutes.
he's 15th in usage in the league right now. So it's not like he's top 5 in usage.
Look at his
Yeah, but what's
look
his
at
usage?
his
It's
usage.
still up
30,
25.
30.
Okay, then that's still high.
That's
30
high.
is high. 30 is a high usage rate.
You
That's
talking
a
about
very high
comparing him
usage
to a
rate.
bunch of kids.
Steph Curry's highest usage rate is 32 or 33, I think.
And we talking
His
about compared to a
highest.
bunch of kids.
Yes,
What was his
exactly.
usage last year?
Compared to
What was his
yes,
usage
exactly.
last year?
Yeah, but that's a different kind of man, though. LeBron is a different type of person.
We say that about everybody
just a
until they
human
get
being.
hurt. They're all human
Yes,
beings.
he's a human
He's not
being.
Santa Claus. He's not gonna bring you presents. He's just a human being.
I don't want no presents for
I'm
him.
just saying because you saying he's different. It's not.
He
He's
is
not.
different
He's not
because
different.
because he should already not be as good as he is.
Why
right
is
now.
that? Kobe Bryant was great in year 17.
Not this good.
LeBron.
What do you mean
it's
he's
12
not
games.
that good?
It's 12 games.
What do you mean? Look at his
It's 12
stats.
games.
Like, what is the point
It's
of keeping
12
stats?
games.
Look at
It's
look,
12
look,
games.
look
What is the
at
point of
Kobe in
keeping
year
stats?
17.
What is the point of keeping stats?
Listen, if you look at the stats, he's shooting the worst he shot in his career since
Yeah.
a rookie. He's shooting the worst 3-point in a long time. He's down on free throws. Why do you think the stats matter? You think because you adding up 11 assists, he's holding the ball, passing it to shooters. That's not an indication that he's having a great year. The wins is what we're holding our hat on, but the
was
defense
playing
is owning our
38
wins.
minutes a night at 34 years old. Why were they doing that to him?
You know who they doing that to right now?
Bron. I mean, Bron's playing less minutes
What
than
he
that, though.
average?
Well, he tore the Achilles. He was 27, 6, and 5.
And that was at the end of the season. So he had a fantastic 17 year. Most other
that's
players
true.
don't have great 17 years. You know why? Because the fucking coach is smart enough to not play the motherfuckers 35 to 38 minutes.
Okay, I give you that.
Tim Duncan could probably add a great year if Pop was like, yeah, we're going to play you
I mean,
30
He
minutes.
did. He was
still-
first team all
yeah,
defense
yeah,
still.
he
He was
was.
the all defense team.
I'm
still.
saying, but they wasn't playing Tim Duncan 35 to 38 minutes.
Yeah.
True.
You don't do players. You don't do human beings like that.
You said,
Not what you
said
do.
it's cruel. You said
That
it's
is cruel, dog. We're overplaying LeBron to be sacked.
Human beings like that.
Yeah, but you know what? If that's the case, then it's up to LeBron to say I should play less.
I always say, I've been saying
That's
since
up to
LeBron
him
has
then.
been in the league, since he left Miami.
That's up to him
It's
then.
up to him. It's the reason he's playing now is because he wants you to say what you're saying. He wants you to be talking about his stat lines. He should be the MVP, and he's playing great. In reality, he's actually overworked. He has no legs. He's missing layups at an unbelievable
Thank
rate.
you for saying
Could
everything
it-
that I would have usually said, but everybody calls me a hater
Could
for
it be
doing.
because he's actually trying to play defense?
No, it's because he's literally in year 17 and he's running out of gas. He's a human being. Don't get me wrong. Kobe Bryant in year 17 was a top 15 player.
Yeah, he's still
probably
was.
the second or third best shooting guard in the NBA. If not,
he was
one
still
of the
the
best.
best.
I wouldn't
still
do
the
that
best.
to Dwayne Wade, but I understand why this is a real conversation.
Better than Dwayne?
Yes, at that point in time,
Yeah, he
yes.
was knee weight at that point in time. What was that, 2014?
'Cause Wade was kind of hurt.
That was
I'm saying
2014?
regardless. I'm saying
That was
regardless.
2014, that was
he
knee
still-
weight.
all
So
I'm
he
saying-
had
I
went
love
from
D-Wade.
not being the
Favorite
top
of all
and
time.
went back to the top?
Who?
Because at some point, Dwayne Wade was the best shooting guard in the league.
Was he ever really? It's a real
No,
question.
he wasn't.
That might be probably-
No, I love
Not
D
better.
Wade.
Was
I
he
love
ever
D-Wade.
really?
He was never.
That's
He
the
was
issue with
always
D-Wade. It's like he was
second.
never
He
the
was always
best. He
second.
was never the best shooting guard in the league. The only year you maybe have a point is the year he averaged 30, but then he sucked.
I don't know. But the point is, this is not uncharted territories. As much as people like to act like it is, it's not.
I mean,
but the
shit,
problem
Malone-
is, it's dangerous territory.
I mean, if you're talking about one example,
That's
then
the
that's an
comparable-
anomaly. You're only comparing him to Kobe.
I mean,
who is
Malone- Malone-
statistical
Karl
anomaly
Malone is different because
himself.
he's a front court player. See, the
Nobody
thing is,
said
when you're a
that.
front court player, you last longer.
Yeah.
But see,
Shout out
that's-
to- shout out to somebody for donating. He said Dr. J better than Scottie. They smoking dope. I agree. They are smoking dope.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
yes,
he's
he
not.
is.
No,
Yes,
he's
Dr. J not better than Dominique
Yes,
Wilkins.
he is.
What?
Get out. Get out.
Wait, what?
Get out.
He not.
Get out.
I didn't say
He
that.
not.
Get out
He
of
not.
here.
I didn't say
What?
He not.
What?
He not. not.
Are you serious?
In the NBA?
You just sat here with a straight face and said Dr. J is better. I'm sorry, Dominique Wilkins.
Yes.
No, come on, man.
Yes.
You wild as hell. I just
Okay,
told you.
well, he did
I
play
just told you
part of
Dr.
his
J
career
was
in
like
the
7-time All NBA in the NBA.
That's dope.
And 5-time in the
Look at
NBA.
Dominique. He only lost to Bird.
Every single time.
Fuck his Bird. This is the goddamn Celtics. You see a team?
You're
Every
wild.
single time.
With Kevin Willis.
Until they got Moses Malone, they was getting their ass scrubbed up by
That's what I'm saying. With Kevin Willis.
on. Dominique is not better than Dr. J.
In the past 30 years, you know the All-Star the Hawks drafted?
I'm glad somebody,
Listen,
you know what I mean?
in the past 30 years, you know the All-Star the Hawks drafted? Al Horford.
Look, we've been spewing hot takes and even he don't agree. So
What?
what? Just because you got a shitty front office don't mean that somebody better than somebody. It just mean you got a shitty
I
front
don't
office.
think I have hot takes. I think my takes are just they don't take into account hero. Like it just straight up. Like I don't like we talk
I
about
feel the
LeBron.
same
Like
way.
I don't like first thing I've been hearing on every TV show is LeBron's having an uncharted it's not uncharted.
It's not.
Player's been there.
It's not. I said he's Michael Jordan at this age. I
Has
still
LeBron-
believe that. I
When's the
still
last
believe
time
Michael
LeBron
Jordan
went out
is
in the first
one of
round,
those-
though?
I'm so.
He didn't make the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
When's the last time LeBron went out in the first round? Though?
It don't matter. He didn't make
Never,
the playoffs.
but, like,
he didn't make the playoffs
last
When
year.
was the last time LeBron
He played
went out
60
in the
games
first
last year. He
round?
didn't make the playoffs last year. They didn't win more than 35 games
And
last
12
year.
of the games he didn't play was he just felt like he couldn't compete.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
What do you
about in the
mean?
playoff. That's a different
What do
game.
you mean? That's
He plays-
that's
not
2
a
years ago.
different game.
There's
That's
a
2
re-
years ago.
Why does James Harden not dominate
That's
the
2
playoffs?
years ago.
That's
'Cause it's a
actually
different
unfair.
game.
That's
That's 2
actually, I hate
years
when
ago.
people do
I
that.
think
It's
James
a
Harden
different
just
game,
loses
though.
to better players.
It's a different game.
He lost to the Warriors, G. And Kawhi and the Spurs, who won 61 games that year.
Yeah,
Ooh, so
rough.
terrible.
Yeah, it's just rough.
It's a different game.
G, he still do the same things he does.
But you got to
Does
stop.
he really though?
Yes, he still
gotta
take
just
11 free throws.
No, but for real, you got to just stop holding on to what LeBron was and allow us to enjoy what LeBron is. Because he's
I'm not
not.
holding on to anything.
So what I'm saying is
I
the
have no
playoffs.
attachment to LeBron.
So I'm saying the
LeBron
playoffs.
hurt my feelings when he scored 25 straight points on the Pistons.
That was a long time ago.
I know. I can't let that go.
It's like me with Jordan. Jordan kicked our I let it go.
That's the last time the Pistons was good.
And I give a lot of credit to Jordan, but we know who the fuck did this number on my man, who should have been the Finals MVP.
Scottie Pippen.
But the point I'm saying to you is,
Okay, whoa. I don't think he should have been.
you better go
Finals
look at
MVP.
them numbers.
I feel you.
That
Finals
number's
MVP.
going crazy.
I don't think he should have been Finals
Finals
MVP. No,
Scottie.
see, that's why
I think
go too
Dennis
far.
Rodman should have been the Finals
That
MVP.
I agree with. I agree with that one. I agree with that one. That one I agree with.
But that's not
Rodman
the
should have
point.
been
The point I'm
but-
saying is LeBron. This is our problem, right? LeBron James is shooting less than 50%. AD is shooting less than 50%. It's not going to get better. So we're winning games through defense because all the teams we're playing. Our record was so bad last year. We're playing an easy schedule opening up. So we're not playing against dominant backcourts. What's the backcourt we played against? I don't even remember. Like
Probably Portland. I want to say.
we ain't even
Booker
played
and
Portland
Rubio.
one time.
Booker and Rubio.
No, we ain't
I
played.
mean, no,
Portland.
not Portland. I mean, Phoenix. Phoenix
Yeah.
with Booker
and that's
Rubio.
probably the best. And I don't think you would consider that Portland's backcourt or Houston's backcourt real backcourt that can
backcourt,
score
yeah.
the goddamn ball. We don't have backcourt defense.
And now Bradley's hurt, which hurts too.
Yeah,
Bradley
and I was worried about him, but I watched how I'm glad he's hurt, and I'm glad they said he had been hurt because I was worried with the way Van Fleet did him.
No, Fred.
Okay, wait, no, wait. Yeah, no, hold on, wait, hey, no, look.
Fred Van Fleet shoot less
Yo,
than 40%.
hold on, bro.
But Avery Bradley, he look like Steph Curry.
Hey, no,
Fred is a
hold on,
baller.
bro.
Fred is a baller.
No, after seeing Fred Van Vliet play in person, I fully understand why Steph Curry ran from smoke. I get it. He can hoop. And he's very, very good. Gee, he hooped Landry into a high ankle sprain.
I'm not saying he can't hoop, but I'm just telling
Took it to a high
you don't
ankle
want to. If you think Fred Van Fleet can hoop, you don't want to you don't want to fuck with Dame in him.
No, that's fair.
You don't want to fuck with James Harden. You definitely don't want to fuck with James Harden.
Fred VanVleet out-hooped Dame the other day.
Yeah, but just because you
He
can,
dropped 30 on Dame the
just
other day.
because you can hoop,
Did you hear what I
don't mean
said?
you making winning plays.
James
Like,
Harden makes winning plays
No,
as
he
much
don't.
as I can't stand.
No, he don't.
Come
Winning
on, G.
plays.
Like, why do people do this? They went to Game 7 of the fucking Western Conference Finals, and it took 20. G, it took a historic. We missed 27 straight threes, and we only lost by 6 points.
So he can't win his.
That's
So you say
because
he make
don't
winning
nobody play
plays.
defense.
Where was
That's
the winning
why the game's
plays?
always close.
Where was the winning plays in that game? Where was
G,
the winning
you got to
plays?
Game 7 of the Western
asked
Conference
you, where were the
Finals.
winning
You
plays in
were
that
the best
game?
basketball
Where
team
were the
ever.
winning plays?
Lakers
in that
as
game.
good as that Golden State Warriors team. No. We don't even have the defensive capabilities
No.
they did.
No.
Our defenders, we have great defense. Our front court defense is
It's amazing.
phenomenal.
I just
If you
don't
need to
see
get a
it in the
layup on
first
us,
round.
You can't do
you
it.
done. We
think
got you. Everybody we played don't really have 3-point shooting teams except Phoenix.
In
So you need a
Sacramento,
layup.
they
It's
also
sack.
barely beat the other day.
Yeah, that was rough. And it's sack.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is, Our problem with this first round, back to this first round, is simple. It's just we're gonna run into somebody we don't want to play against. The teams we do want to play against, we want to play against the Suns. Even though it'll be interesting, we'll beat them. We want to play against the Timberwolves if they can figure it out, but they not. They not right
I
now.
don't believe in Wiggins, bro.
Yeah. And I think Cat is real. I think Cat is proving he's real.
You think the Lakers can beat Dallas?
Dallas is not going to the
No.
playoffs.
Yes, they are.
Dallas
Yes,
not
they
going
are.
to the playoffs.
Luka Doncic.
Dallas not going
Let's talk about
Luka's
this.
the best player in
Luka
the NBA.
Doncic.
Luka Doncic
Type
is
it
the third
down.
best player in the
Type it
NBA.
down. Luka
No.
Doncic.
Luka
What do
Doncic
you
is
think
third
about
best
Luka
player in the
Doncic?
NBA.
What do you think about
Luka
Luka
Doncic is the third
Doncic?
best player in the NBA.
What do you think about Luka Doncic? What do
Third
you
best
think
player
about
in the
Luka
NBA. Behind James Harden and
Third
Giannis.
best player in the
Third
NBA.
best
Is he
player
the
in the
best
NBA.
point guard in the NBA right now? I don't believe that. He's playing point guard too.
He's playing a combo.
No, he's playing point
He's
guard.
playing point guard.
He literally started every position
He's
at point
playing
guard.
Is he the best point guard in the NBA?
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, he is. Who's a better point guard than him?
Dame.
Dame a better point guard than him with
Yes.
winning 4 games? Hell
Yes.
no.
Okay,
Hell
so you know
no.
once you do that,
Dame
you know
no. I watched those games and I watched Dame lose those games. I watched Dame lose a game against the Clippers in person in which he didn't score in the fourth quarter. So I don't want to hear that. We're not making no excuses for
was
Dame.
Kawhi there?
Luka been way better than that man
Did we
all
not
year
just see-
long.
wait,
Kawhi better than
Luka
him?
been way better than
Was
that man.
Kawhi
Did we
was
not
Kawhi
just see
there?
Luka
What?
not score
No,
against the
Kawhi
Knicks in
wasn't
the
there.
fourth quarter?
Did I beat Dame?
Did we not just see Luka not
No,
score against the
Kawhi
Knicks?
wasn't there. Kawhi wasn't there when they beat Dame, right?
Yes, he was.
He was?
Did we not score? No, wait, pause. Did we
Kawhi
not-
wasn't guarding Dame.
Pause.
He wasn't guarding Dame.
Pause. Did we not just see Luka not score against the New York Knickerbockers in the fourth quarter?
I'm not
So
gonna do
what?
this. He's not the best point guard in the NBA.
So
So what?
Luka record ain't sub 500. Luka averaged a damn near a triple double, and you sit up here telling me Russ deserved the MVP because he averaged a triple double.
Yeah,
Make up your mind. Make up
like
your
like
goddamn
50
mind.
years ago,
Make
though.
up your mind, bro.
That was like
I'm
50
asking
years
you.
ago. You
Make
can't
up your
do that.
mind.
Now-
Make up
now
your mind. Do you like
LeBron is
numbers or do you
almost
not like
averaging a
numbers?
triple-double now.
Do you like numbers or do you not like numbers?
Context though, TP.
What
Context.
you mean context? He's 20 years old and he's doing something you've never seen in your life.
What is he doing?
Lie to
Never
What is he
me.
doing? What is he
He
doing?
is right about
What?
that.
What is he doing on
He's
that team?
averaging 29, 10, and 9. What do you mean?
Okay.
That's true.
Give me Russell Westbrook's triple double season.
Yeah.
Give me that so I
Yeah.
can make sure that I've seen it done before.
He's like 28.
Yeah,
He's
he was
20.
a lot older.
That don't matter.
He was a lot older.
What is the age?
And,
of
and the good thing about Luka,
He's 20 years
That's more of
old.
a representation of him, not a
He's
representation
20
of what he's
years
doing.
old.
in the league.
What?
this is what I like about Luka
You
Doncic.
gave a man an MVP off of that, but what he doing is
Luka
unimpressive.
Doncic.
I said what impressive.
That's because nobody did it in 50 years.
This is what I like about
50
Luka.
years.
This is what I like about Luka.
So Luke averaged a triple double. He gonna do something that nobody else did in 50 years too, other than Russell Westbrook. Then what?
For the last 3 seasons.
So what? He's 20 years old.
That's cool
What?
for you. That's a great achievement
If this
for
was
you.
LeBron, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, he's the new
I
greatest
think
thing we've
LeBron
ever
could
seen
do
in
that.
our
You have
lives."
to win though.
He's 20
You gotta
years
win.
old. They're
This is-
winning. They're in the playoff picture right now.
Yeah,
This
that
is
ain't
what I
nice.
like about Luka.
They gotta make the playoffs.
No.
They make the playoffs is a different
Porzingis
conversation.
has not even been playing good so far.
Who? That's because they don't compliment each other.
I disagree with that.
I know you
Porzingis
do.
has not been shooting the ball well. He hasn't been shooting the ball
Because he
well.
hasn't shoot
He
a lot of
hasn't been
shots.
making free throws.
He's AD. It's AD and LeBron. I'm gonna tell you this again.
I disagree with that.
I know you.
Have you
it's
been?
not
Have you
gonna
watched
get better.
average games?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen Porzingis at
Yes,
the rim?
I have.
Have you seen Porzingis
Have you-
open, missing threes?
have
Have
you
you
watched-
seen him throwing the ball out of bounds? Have you seen him?
Have you watched
making
AD do the
random
exact
turnovers?
same thing?
He looked like a guy that ain't played basketball in 2 years and coming off an ACL injury. He will be okay. They will be okay. We will be in the playoffs.
No, you
Luka
won't.
Doncic never lost. Luka,
No,
we
no.
coming for y'all.
You don't got
Get
enough,
ready.
they don't got enough defense.
Get ready. Get ready.
And they
Stop
offense
hating
ain't
on
high
that
power
man.
enough.
Stop hating on that man. What
don't
did Luka
dislike him.
Doncic
When you-
I think he is a
look,
top 15 player.
When you
right
say
now.
the Mavs won't
He's
make the
top
playoffs,
3.
when you say the Mavs won't make the playoffs,
Yeah.
honestly, they really only got like 2 teams to compete with.
Exactly.
The Trailblazers and the Spurs are out of it right now.
Exactly.
You can't tell me that the Thunder or the Grizzlies or the Kings realistically got a better
Or the
chance of making the
Suns.
playoffs.
Just go
than
back
Or the
to
Suns.
just go back to the 2 teams.
Or
And
the Suns.
The Suns are better.
The
The Suns are real.
You can, I didn't say the Suns.
I'm not saying the
see.
Suns
We'll
are
see.
real. Monty Williams got some shit
We'll
going on
see.
over there.
We'll see.
They
He's got
deep,
it all around
and it's
basketball.
because they're
We'll
deep.
see. And you
got the
Like I
Timberwolves
watched them
too.
play
I trust
against.
Rick
I watched
Carlisle
them
more than I
play.
trust Monty Williams though.
I trust Monty Williams.
I trust Rick
I'm
Carlisle
riding
more.
Monty right now.
Rick Carlisle's third
Look.
winning his coach
All
in
right.
NBA history. I trust Rick Carlisle.
Let me add this about Luka. So what I like about Luka's game,
Well, actually, I think he's third.
Wait a minute. I think it's fair to say Luka is a top 3-point guard in the NBA.
Of course.
No,
maybe
he's a top 3
second.
player in the NBA.
he's not a top 3 player right
Yes,
now.
he is.
But what I like about
Yes,
his
he
game
is. Yes, he is.
is I can see his game maturing well.
I
Like
agree.
when Luka is 32,
He can play the same way.
he'll still be a very effective player. Now, will he not? He probably won't be doing 30, 10, and 10 like he basically doing
I can't
now.
wait to see him be
But
able
I
to
think-
impact the NBA.
But I think old man Luka would have a really nice game.
But-
and there's some young players like right now, like old Trey Young. Like, nah, I'm not down with old Trey Young game.
I disagree disagree with that.
I don't know.
I think it was John Stockton and Steve Nash can play at a high level for a very long time. I
John
think Trae Young can.
Stockton?
What?
You trying to say Trae Young is as good as John Stockton?
I think he can be that. Yes. I think he's. I think for one.
First of all, you gotta have longevity. To
I think
play
for
like
one.
John Stockton.
Listen.
John Stockton didn't get hurt.
don't
Hasn't
know.
Trae Young already got hurt?
What about the guy in Boston?
He sprained his ankle one time.
What about the guy in
Trae Young
Boston?
He sprained.
wasn't hurt
He's not a
last
better
year?
point guard this
No.
year.
He played every game.
I think so.
How many
yeah.
guys?
He played.
How many guys did Kyrie win so far? What's the next record? Because Kyrie's better.
Like 5-7 or something
5
like
and
that.
7.
5 or
Okay,
something.
what about
like that.
Boston?
Boston is like
10 and
what?
2.
Well, they might have lost today. So
10
what?
and 2.
Yeah, 10 and 2.
So they the best. He's probably the best point guard over there.
Who? Kemba?
Yeah.
I don't think Kemba the best piece in
The best point guard in the East? Kemba?
Probably the best point guard in the NBA.
I can't subscribe to that.
They have
I
the
can't
best
subscribe.
Kemba Walker, the best point guard in the NBA.
I
He ain't
can't
averaging
subscribe to
29, 10, and 9. Stop
I can't
lying.
subscribe to that.
And even
But
his
you
guy
got
Trae Young ain't even averaging more assists than Luka. Y'all are disrespecting
The
to
stats is
Yeah,
cool,
but
but you got
also-
to win.
They
And you got to play
in
some
the playoff
defense.
picture. He's
The best-
20 years old. He's the best player. His second
Stop
best
saying
player
he's 20.
is
I don't
coming
care
off
if
of
he's
an
20.
ACL.
The best
We're not
point guard.
because we're not comparing him.
What
to
do you
him.
mean?
You're asking me to compare.
The
him to
reason why
other
Magic
players.
Johnson, part of his lure is because he came in doing what he was doing so young and elevated his team.
No,
and
it's
did what
because he
did.
won a championship
exactly.
as a
But he
rookie.
also was playing great when he was young. He won 20 years old.
You're telling me
he
about,
won 20 years old.
I'm not knocking Luka, dog. You're talking about stat lines. Now I need to see it affect your team to win and get you into the playoffs.
We getting there.
I'm not saying
This is the beginning.
I don't think they're going to the playoffs.
This is the
It
beginning.
is only a second
But I
year.
hope they
It's
do
the beginning.
because I would love to play them. Beat the shit out of them.
Y'all really not though. You gonna be mad when y'all lose.
Breaks out of
You
that.
gonna be mad when y'all lose and Luka averaged like 35 and 10
They're
and
the
10 on
se-
LeBron.
they the
On what
second
shooting
version of
though?
us.
On what shooting though?
They the junior version.
On
I
what
disagree
shooting though?
with no
They
defense.
got-
On what
I
shooting
disagree
though?
with
Because Luka right now is shooting 47% from the field and 30% from three.
And that's not that impressive.
She can shoot 46% from the field.
And what from three?
In the playoffs, he'll probably give me around 36. He'll have
So
Bron.
he gonna
He'll
go
have
up to
Bron-
36.
Yeah, he have Bron and Avery Bradley guarding him. He'll be all right.
He gonna go up to 36, but he 30% right
Danny
now.
Green can't guard him. Nobody on the Lakers can
He
guard him.
might get to 30.
Who on the Lakers can guard him?
Maybe.
Listen,
Nobody on the Lakers can guard him.
His numbers
Nobody
are
on the
not
Lakers can
going
guard
to
play.
him.
He's not gonna go up and-
Nobody on the Lakers can
He's
guard
not
him, and
gonna go
AD gonna have his hands full.
His percentage go down to probably like
he is
44.
not
I'm
somebody,
asking
he
you.
is not
Who
somebody
on
you
the
need
Lakers
to guard to win.
What do you? How do you feel that way?
He's not
That
an
don't make
Shut
sense.
everybody else
How?
down.
That don't make sense.
Shut everybody else down. He can't.
Who are they
himself.
going to stop?
That's a good question too.
Who the fuck are they going to stop defensively?
question.
Yeah, that
I don't
was
think the
gonna
Lakers
be
gonna be able to score enough points to keep up with him.
They can't stop
I
anybody.
don't think the Lakers gonna be able to score enough points to keep up with him.
They
I
literally
think
is the junior version
The Lakers
of the
gonna have to
Lakers.
score 115 to
The unicorn is
115
not as
points.
quite as good as AD, and Luka is not as quite
I
as good as
disagree
LeBron
with that. I
James.
think the
That's
unicorn.
another
I think the
injury prone
unicorn,
player.
had he not got hurt, would be about what AD. I think the
I
injury
highly
set him
disagree
back.
with you.
I think the
I
injury set him
highly
back.
disagree with you.
I pray to
I
God we
highly
get Dallas so I can lose my bet.
I
I
highly
pray to God we
disagree.
get Dallas.
I
Because
highly
we going to beat the
disagree.
dog shit out of Dallas
I
and we
highly
get to the second
disagree.
round.
Would you beat the Timberwolves?
Yes,
Yes.
hell
The Lakers?
yes. Andrew
Yes.
Wiggins is on the floor. Stop.
Yeah, they too young.
Yeah, they
Stop.
stay probably.
Andrew Wiggins is on.
They
the
probably
They got some stuff though, because I like Robert Covington a lot.
But
They
all
probably
right,
shoot
let's
the
go
team.
ahead. Let's hop into the last topic of today's show.
I got a topic
Let's talk
for you.
about Melo. Okay, cool.
We'll
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
We'll ahead. We'll do yours last. But Melo, what are your thoughts on Carmelo Anthony joining the Portland Trail Blazers? Are you happy for Melo? Do you think it's over for Melo? Is this good for Melo? Is this good for the Blazers? The Blazers are in trouble right now. They currently are, a few games out of the playoff position.
Here's why-
they're kind of sliding. They're injury riddled.
Here's why I won't say they're in trouble, but they have played mad Western Conference teams. Eventually they're gonna
Yeah,
start
because
playing.
they were so good.
Yeah,
Like the
they
Lakers were
played
so
road
bad
games,
last year.
too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The Lakers were so bad. Like people don't realize how scheduling work for the NBA. You could kind of look it up. I haven't even looked it up, but I understand what happens. The worse you are, the easier schedule opens up. The better you are, like Golden State played a lot of ass kicking teams already, and their team is horrible. That's why they look
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, they played Lakers
They
twice
playing
already,
the
right?
best teams
best
already.
team, yeah.
So Portland is also they have a hard. They did the same thing last year. They started off real slow, picked it up, figured it out. But I did think losing a lot of the small forwards hurt them.
It hurt them.
Is Melo gonna fix it? No.
No.
No, but
I
I don't defense.
I don't think
But
he's
I
going to
think-
fix it, but
Don't need Butler.
I think this is a team that actually wants him because CJ McCollum on his
They wanted him the whole
podcast.
time.
I know that's what I'm saying. They actually
He
want him.
shitted on him every time.
Yeah, he should have went there 2 years ago.
But
Yeah,
that's
he
what
shit
I'm
on
saying.
him.
So
He shit on him with the OKC. Shit on him with the
but
Houston.
he finally went there, so he's actually at
No,
a
he
place
just finally
where,
went there.
Look,
It took him to be out of
humble,
it.
right? So whatever, but he's finally in a place where they actually want him and they actually will appreciate him. And like you were saying, they have great guard play. So this is a potential where, and no, I don't think he'll ever get back to like hoodie Melo, Olympic
Shit, if
Melo,
you give
and
him,
things like that.
if you give him 20 shots, he'll be LeBron James. He'll be averaging 20-some points inefficiently, not getting you wins.
He shouldn't take that many
I can't
shots.
disagree
It's not
with
gonna
that.
happen.
He shouldn't
I'm
take
not
that many
agree with that.
shots. But if he can get the right shots,
I just think Melo.
What is
could
the
be
right
good.
shot for
I
Melo?
mean, look, I'm happy.
I
for
don't
him.
know what the right shot
He
is
wanted
for
to
him.
play. I didn't even know why he wanted to play so bad. I was like, you a Hall of Famer first ballot, but
I ain't know why.
Because they want to go out like that.
because you can't go out like you got to go.
You
out
wanna
with
go
going
no
out
time.
like that no matter.
Yeah.
The game passes every human being by. It's like I'm happy for Carmelo because he wants to play basketball and he get a chance. Same thing with the quarterback boy over there. Like I
Cap.
hope if you want to
Set the
play.
quarterback.
Hey,
See,
yeah,
this is what I'm saying though.
Cap.
2 Olympic level guards can make it easy for you. I watched him play in 2012 in London in the Olympics. I was in the arena when they was on a team with Kobe and LeBron and Kevin Durant and all
Play
these
with Chris Paul and James Harden.
Right.
Probably don't get better. Than
Right, but what I'm
Then
saying
he played
is-
with Russell Westbrook.
Right.
Like, it's
But
rough.
who
It's
has a
rough.
better backcourt than Portland?
Houston Rockets did.
Right
it.
now, I'm saying right
The
now.
Rockets.
I'm just saying.
Who else?
We've seen this already.
I disagree.
I don't think-
disagree.
I don't
The
think
Phoenix
Chris
Suns
Paul-
have a better backcourt than
Get out your house.
I don't
They do.
think-
I'm with you. I'm not
They
gonna say
do.
that.
Come on,
They
G.
do.
Come
They
on,
do.
G.
I don't
CJ,
think
no.
G.
Through 12 games, that
Oh,
is-
sure.
that is the fact. Through
Through
12
12
games.
games.
So you
through
think
12
that Chris
games, them
Paul,
the fact.
James
CJ has
Harden
been
backcourt
terrible this year.
better-
CJ is
is better
taking 20
than
shots a year.
James
I'm sorry.
CJ?
CJ McCollum is taking 20 shots per game this year and only giving you 20 points a game.
But
He's
none of
not
them.
been good this
But
year.
none of them
He's
come
not
close to
been
LeBron
good.
James.
Now,
CJ
I
is
said
not
through
playing
12
bad.
games,
But
through 12
Dame-
games,
but
the
bro,
Suns have been a better backcourt
No,
than them.
because
Yes, they have.
because Dame is quite possibly
the
having
Jazz
the best.
have had a better backcourt
No,
than them.
because
Yes, they
Dame is quite
have.
possibly having the best
Yes, they
season of his
have.
Through
career
12
by
games
far.
is different. Through 12 games, LeBron James is top 5 in the NBA. Through 12 games, Luka Doncic might actually be the best point guard in the NBA.
No, he's the best player in the NBA through 12 games. Well, actually, no. I think Giannis
Stop.
is. I think Giannis.
Giannis
I think Giannis. I think
Harden
it's
having
Giannis,
fucking
Harden,
40.
then Luka, then Pascal, then LeBron 5.
Just go by position. That's all.
I'm not going by position. I'm going by rankings for MVP voting. That's my
Alright,
MVP
man.
voting. If I had to pick my MVP
Luka
voting
not
right
even
now,
close.
yes, he is.
He's in there right now. He's
He
in there right
is.
now.
He's
He's
3,
in there
man.
right
Come
now.
on, y'all.
Off of numbers, he's in there right now.
He's
So
not
what you gonna
playing.
say at the end of the
I don't
season?
think he's third though. I think that
MVP,
Siakam
you have
is
So let's just say,
Team
okay,
win.
fine.
That's
So
a
he's
helping team
averaging
win.
29, 10, and 9 right now. 29, 10 rebounds, and 9 points a game right now. What does he finish the season with?
I don't know. Maybe 28, 10, and 9.
Yeah,
That's not a top 5 player in the NBA?
Is he in the playoffs?
Yes, they're going to make the playoffs.
something to talk about if they
He's
in the
not going to
playoffs.
average that, and they're not going to make the playoffs. They
Oh,
don't
it's
make
possible.
sense.
It's
possible.
very
It's more than
possible.
likely.
It's very
It's
possible.
not.
It's more than likely.
very
It's
possible.
It's more than
not.
likely they're
It's
not going to
They
make the
books
playoffs.
not even messed up, so they can also still make a trade if they wanted to.
Listen to what
they
I'm
also
telling you.
still have
Remember,
Tim
I just
Hardaway
told you
Jr.'s
this
contract
conversation
to
about
trade
teams
if they
who
want.
don't do that good the year before have an easier schedule to open up. So they came back just like the Lakers came back loaded. They came back with even though he's out of shape and out of rhythm, power forward and a unicorn, just like the Lakers, we came back with AD. We already had a manageable opening schedule. So they look a lot better. But when you start putting them in with some of them dogs,
They're going to be all right.
they don't
They
play
are.
defense, TP. They don't have no defense. Them
The
two boys
Rockets don't
have
play no defense.
Yeah, but they literally
They got
have-
way better.
They don't play no
No,
defense.
stop,
The
stop.
Rockets don't play no
Stop,
defense.
stop. They've gotten
The
way,
Rockets
way.
don't play defense.
No.
The Clippers this year don't play no defense.
Do you really believe that?
Wait, hold
So
on.
far they
The
haven't.
Clippers
We're
don't
talking
play
about what
defense.
we've seen. What we've
boys
seen.
white
We're talking about what we've
European
seen. What we've
Clippers,
seen.
they are not
From what
going
we've
to
seen.
defend
nobody.
From what we've seen, they
Dude,
have not
when
been defending at a
when
high level
when
this
we
year.
was
Their
playing-
own coaches
when
said
we
we have not played good defensively, but like
when we was
twice
playing
this
with
year.
them, I never got scared. I was like, oh, they ain't gonna be able to. They defense can't hold up. That's the problem. Their defense won't hold up. I can't see it. If they go to the playoffs, Luka is different.
I also think they're a team that might be in the market for Iggy eventually.
Yeah, but I don't think Iggy
That's
is a
I think he does.
solution.
Alright,
I think
look.
he is. That's a
Check
solution
it out.
for you.
Check it
That's
out.
a defender.
35, 36.
That's a defender.
Check it
That's
out.
a defender.
Check it out. So the next 7 games for the Mavericks: Spurs, Warriors, Cavs, Rockets, Clippers, Suns, Lakers, Pelicans. What's their record?
They gonna go 4-3. They probably gonna lose to the Clippers. They might drop a game to the Suns. They gonna beat the Lakers.
They
gonna
are
beat the
not
Lakers.
gonna beat us.
Yes, they are. They gonna beat the Lakers because I think they gonna figure out. They gonna make some adjustments.
Lakers game on the road. They at the Lakers.
Yeah.
They in Staples.
I think they gonna win.
They're not gonna beat us.
I think they gonna win.
They're not gonna beat
I think
us.
they are. I think they finish this trip.
They
4-3.
don't have any defense.
4-3 or 5-2.
They can't stop us.
4-3 or 5-2. They keep losing games the same way I said that I thought the Utah Jazz would lose games. I thought the Jazz would lose a lot of games late because of inexperience. The Jazz have
Shit,
pulled through.
Bogdanovich is the real deal.
The Mavs, I'm sorry, not the Mavs. The Jazz have pulled through on at least 4 or 5 of those
But
games. I saw them lose their first game
Bogdanovich
versus Memphis the other day.
is a savvy player.
I'm fine with that.
He
But I
is.
also think this
You don't
Mavericks team
have
is
that
a
with
young
the Mavericks.
team. KP still got to find his way on this team. He
I'm
still
with
got to
you.
find his way back from the ACL. He's not going to come back
That's
off of
probably
not
true.
playing
That makes
basketball for
sense.
2 years and just figure it out over 12 games. Around All-Star break, he gonna start to not necessarily look like All-Star KP, but he ain't even been looking like All-Star KP. He been looking like year 2
So
KP.
you think incomplete KP is gonna beat us?
I don't think it. I know.
So you think Luka is gonna overpower us with a fucked up KP and beat LeBron AD?
No, but I think AD is actually hurt. I think AD is hurt.
Oh, he
I
is
think,
hurt.
I think
He is
AD.
hurt.
I think,
So
I
ask
think
you a question.
AD.
So you
I
think Luka would?
I think Anthony Davis potentially, and this is all speculative, 100% speculative, has a torn labrum. I think he probably tore one of his labrums, and he's in a position of where it's my first year in LA. If I go out for the rest of the season, it's gonna ruin my first year as a Laker if I want to stay here. Or
So you think he's trying to do the Alyssa Thomas?
I think he's doing the Paul George, which is I'm gonna do what I can to get out the season. He's 6'11", 7
it's too
feet
long.
tall.
It's too long.
He can dribble.
If you have torn labrums right now.
Not
it's too
really.
long to play all
Alyssa
season.
Thomas played with 2 of them for a few years.
Yeah, but what did she do? All she did was
AD,
layups.
no. But
All
what
she
you
did was layups
notice
and
about
pass.
AD this
She
year
never
is he
shot
can't
the ball.
shoot well.
He never could shoot well.
I disagree with that. He shot a lot better in previous years. What you
Not
see a lot
really.
is of him
That actually might
around the
make sense
rim.
what
He
you're
looks
saying.
around the
That's a
rim. He
thought.
looks a lot better and a lot more comfortable this year. And outside and in the mid range and in the 3-point line, he don't look comfortable because he can't move his goddamn arm. Every time he bump into somebody, he literally grabs his shoulder. He looked like
I've
Paul
seen that
George
before.
looked after he tore his labrum. But if I'm him, my first year as a Laker, I'm not gonna sit out the season with a torn labrum if I can just
Only
gut it
year
out.
as a Laker.
Right, your first and potentially only.
Nah, your
I mean, yes, but still,
Chicago.
Yeah, he going
You really think AD going to
But still,
They're
Chicago?
not gonna get out of the first round, man.
You really think AD going back to the Bulls?
I really believe that.
Okay, then
We back.
Look,
No. But I'm just saying.
Wait,
But I'm just
wait,
saying.
wait.
If
But
you
if
AD,
they-
like you have to gut it out. You can't
No, wait.
get surgery
Okay,
and
so-
be out for 12
But if
months.
they- but if
Because
they
even
not
if he
gonna
get a
make it
torn
out the
labrum
first
come with the
round, why
Bulls,
is
they
he
gonna make
playing?
the playoffs next
Okay,
year.
so
Why is he playing?
They
for
don't
AD?
know that.
If he go to the Bulls next year, if he go to the Bulls next year,
They
he'll
don't
start
know
the first
it. You
15
ain't
games.
told
They
him?
not gonna make the playoffs.
I tried to tell him. Listen,
If he-
listen.
I'm asking
You
you a
ain't
question.
told him?
If AD go to the Bulls next year and he has like let's just say the Lakers get eliminated in the first round, that puts him out of like early April, right? He actually goes and has like shoulder surgery, and then he's out for the first 15 games of the Bulls season. They not gonna make the playoffs in the East, where like you gotta get to 500.
Sure.
So like if I'm him, I'm gonna do what I can this year. Maybe we get a ring. If we get a ring, I stay.
If that were to happen, what happens to the Lakers?
No, I mean, we'll make excuses. Something to happen. We'll talk about. One thing about LeBron that I love and I respect this. LeBron and Nipsey are the same. They know how to control the narrative marketing wise.
Fair.
So they'll know how to make sure they blow it over. Only people like me who really into the truth without the bullshit is gonna see through it. Everybody else will be like, "Oh well, he was hurt." You'll hear all this stuff. You're hearing it. You're hearing setups already.
Yeah.
We're talking about AD's injury. You're hearing about it on the thing. AD's injury. None of that is.
You can see it with your eyes.
Yeah, but again, that's not the point. See, the thing is, you gave LeBron 160 million because you thought he was going to impact the game. It didn't matter who.
I disagree with that. You gave LeBron 160
million
million
because
because you thought he was going to impact your revenue.
Not the real business. I'm saying the performance on the court. And LeBron went there to make business.
Did
He
you
didn't
really
go
pay
there-
LeBron for his performance on the court? That's an honest question.
Oh, Glasses
I
Malone.
don't feel like
Glasses
you-
Malone wouldn't pay.
No, I'm
LeBron
saying,
shit
I'm
in
talking
year
about
16,
Jeannie
17.
Buss.
Yes.
No,
They
look,
thought he was gonna be
but you-
competitive.
But still, you paid LeBron
But you
150
did,
for
because,
$450 million.
The
but what you
arena
get
sold
back
out
from it?
If you
Right.
listen.
That's an honest question. Like, I mean, like if he's good, it's a plus. If he's bad, everybody's still gonna come to see LeBron.
As
at
much
the end
as
of the
Kobe
day.
Bryant did in 2011, 12.
Yeah, but that's
LeBron
what-
is
but
worth
that was
his
an investment,
paycheck.
though.
He's worth his paycheck.
Yeah, but I don't care about that because I'm not into the business of Lakers. I don't make 1 cent off of the jerseys. Don't give 2 fucks how many they sell. I don't give a fuck how much they charge for the ticket. It's actually a detriment to me for this motherfucker to be playing because I know we're not a championship team yet we paying championship prices.
Yeah.
Fair.
But all right, final words. What's your final topic? Let's go ahead because we got to get out of
crazy,
here.
right? That's what I wanted to tell you. When AD came into the NBA as a
Yeah.
power forward, right?
Mhm.
He was so athletic. Compared to Tim Duncan, it was like an evolution of athleticism. I think the game has passed AD, like his athleticism by. I think if you look at Giannis and Siakam, it's a whole nother level of power forward.
Yeah.
They're springier and they're
I think he's
They're bouncier.
longer.
Agile.
I think he's
Yeah.
more skilled.
I want hands down. Yeah, it's not
I
even
think
close.
he has to. I think
But
he has to hone in on
but
his
notice
skills
where
more.
I started at the conversation. Remember, because he came in not just as a skill player, he came in as an athletic player. When he first came
disagree with
in,
that,
you got to remember we
I
looked at
disagree
Tim
with that.
Duncan and then we looked at him.
Yeah, but we looked
he's
at
a
him
lot
because
like
of his
Kevin
skill,
Garnett.
though. We looked at him because of his skill. He was touted. He was highly touted because like he used to be a point guard, but he grew a bunch of inches so he could handle the ball. He could shoot. He could.
That was a
dribble,
conversation
but he was
around
also a monster
athleticism.
on defense. He's still giving you 11 boards and like 2-3 blocks a game.
Again,
he's still a monster, and I think he's out there playing with a hurt. I mean, with a hurt shoulder.
I'm not disagreeing, and I think he wins the same way
I don't think
Kevin
he can
Garnett
get
wins.
past
He
that.
needs to win with a different kind of setup, right? But I also believe, like I said, his athleticism, the new power forward looks like Giannis and Siakam.
Yeah, Giannis and Siakam.
Yeah,
They're
but I
more
think the
athletic.
shelf life for a guy like Giannis and Siakam can be
Sure.
shorter for those guys because of the.
But if
because
we
of
look
the
at
rest of their team.
AD's shelf life don't look too good because again, I've never seen a player his size go to the floor as much. He goes to the floor as much as Allen Iverson,
Yeah.
He does.
and that's
He runs
another
a lot.
problem.
He
So
is
what I'm
running a
saying
lot.
to you is this the year he becomes he's already the second best power forward in the NBA, probably for the rest of his career.
Yeah, because Giannis is not
Giannis
powerful.
is not
Yeah.
finna,
Yeah.
That was once one time I thought that AD was better.
You know what I'm
than Giannis.
saying?
No, yeah,
It was never
I
a
lied.
thought
I
that
lied.
we felt AD was going to be the best power forward for the Knicks. We thought it was going to be Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
And
what happened?
it's more Kevin Garnett. So I'm
I
saying,
disagree with that. I think that's disrespectful to Anthony Davis.
But is being Kevin Garnett a bad thing?
I think he's supremely better offensively than Kevin Garnett.
Is
I don't
being
think he
Kevin Garnett
is.
a bad thing?
I don't think he
Okay.
is.
But that's not a
I
bad
think
thing
he's
to be
injured.
Kevin
No, I
Garnett.
don't think he
he's
is.
injured.
I mean,
Wait,
only
wait.
we thought he was Tim Duncan.
I really think he hurt his shoulder in preseason.
But
and
what
he ain't been the same.
offensively
The
do you
separation
think he
from Tim
does
Duncan
better?
and Kevin Garnett is
No,
probably
but what
like from here
offensively?
to Paris.
But what offensively do you think he does better than Kevin
I think he
Garnett?
shoots better.
I don't think he does
dribbles
anything.
better.
I don't think he does anything better
He
than Kevin
definitely
Garnett
don't shoot the three
offensively.
better.
Huh?
Don't shoot the three ball better.
Yeah, I just think KD
they might
just didn't
shoot
take
the
that
same.
I
many.
just think
Yeah.
you're saying that because it's your first year watching AD up close. I feel like
Well, I
Anthony
think-
Davis-
No, he
I think-
doesn't do anything better than
I think
KD
AD
offensively.
I think. Listen,
He has,
watching Kevin,
he has the potential to do things
and that's how we
better
judge
than
a lot
Kevin.
of basketball.
No, he
He
doesn't.
giving you like 20. Okay.
KG could do the same thing.
He did the same thing.
Yeah,
What
like
was
he did-
KG? What was
I
he?
mean,
Anthony Davis
KG
is a
usually
better
was around
shooter
like
than
24, and no, he's
No,
not.
I
He
don't
can shoot the
know.
ball more.
I don't know.
guess.
I don't know if he's a
Kevin
better
It's just a
Garnett-
different era. He just
It
shoots the
took
ball
Kevin
more.
Garnett like 8-9 years before he was even comfortable shooting.
I don't know.
No,
I think
disagree
Kevin
with
Garnett
that.
had skills the first day. he walked
Yeah,
in.
I just think that's not how you played the game back then. Like bigs, 7-footers.
He used his skill to
Yeah.
do what he did.
Yeah, like he was handicapped by the times. If you put KG, like bro, I've watched games in which
What's
KG
funny
was.
is
Chris Webber was shooting. They was playing at the same time.
Chris Webber
Chris Webber
nowhere
wasn't
near
really
as
shooting
good.
like that though. He wasn't-
And people didn't want him.
exactly.
Like that's what's funny is when
Yeah.
they swapped out Ben Wallace with Chris Webber, they couldn't even get to the chip. That's how much of a difference it made. That's how much Ben Wallace was better than Chris Webber, and you never would have paid attention.
I mean, Chris Webber was also like.
I think Ben Wallace was just he was very good at his role.
I don't. But that to demean players by saying it's a role, you playing the role of him. Excuse me, the role of him was the role of the team.
Yeah, but
they were
Webber's
all
role
defensive
wasn't the
players
same role that he didn't have the same role that Ben had though. Chris
because he
Webber.
couldn't do it.
He was
couldn't
asked
do
to, yeah, but he was asked to do different things. He was never that guy. He was never the guy that Ben Wallace was. They were two completely different players.
Yeah,
they
but-
brought
but-
Chris Webber in to
but
try to
they-
add a different dynamic to that team.
Wait,
Well, no,
what
they
team
were-
y'all putting Chris Webber on?
On your team.
When he went to the Pistons.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he was done when he came
Yeah,
to the Pistons.
yeah,
no,
yeah,
that wasn't
yeah.
Chris Webber.
Yeah, that was after
version-
he had to like
that was
sacrifice
Mason.
the defense.
No version of
So
Chris
That was Mason.
No,
That
no
was
version
Mason.
of Chris Webber would have worked for
That
him.
was Macy Webber. That
Detroit
wasn't
would never
Chris.
win with this team the way it is. Detroit is a defensive town, and to be honest, that's where AD probably should be. But he's gonna go to Chicago. It
80
might
not
work
gonna
out.
who
He's
wants to
not
go
going
play
to come to
Detroit?
Detroit.
But anyways, it's been your boy TPJ. Shout out to Glass and Malone as well as John for coming through. Guys, go ahead, get your plug in. Let them know where they can find you all at on the internet. We appreciate you all for coming through the show once again to talk with us. You know, it's nice to have you guys on it. We can still get the energy. But neither of these guys drink. But you still heard the conversation in the turn up. It was still nice and loud. John, go ahead, get your plug in. Talk to people, let them know where they can find you at.
First of all, I was drinking kombucha this whole time. That's my favorite drink.
Okay.
So shout out to
you got
kombucha.
a little fermentation in there.
Yeah, a little fermentation, organic. Shout out to that. But John W. Davis, you can check me out on Twitter, John W. Davis. Also on Instagram, John W. Davis. I'm a LA Sparks beat reporter for W Insider and also write articles about Inglewood for the Los Angeles Wave newspapers as well. Former TV reporter, did that for 8 years. So got a lot of experience, but glad to be here in LA with y'all and talking about sports.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We will definitely have you back. And as always,
I'm Googling.
he's Googleable. Shout out to Mr. Fab.
Googleable.
He's Googleable. Glasses Malone. As always, been your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at Real TPJ. That's REEL TPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you damn dummy. And as always, this show co-stars NBA Savant, aka Rapper Extraordinaire, aka Mr. Pavverbs. Explain himself. Go get that podcast. Listen to it. Download those episodes. Pavy, talk to the people. Let them know where they find you at.
Follow me on Twitter at Pavy World, Pavy World, all one word. Pavverbs.com. That's PAVerbs.com. Go check that out.
Yep, and shout out to all of our fans that donated. Shout out to Banks No Rest. Shout out to the homie Mike Jones. Shout out to the homie Dewin Carter. We appreciate that. Devin Carter. Shout out to you, Devin Carter. We appreciate it. This episode will go up live tomorrow in all of its glory with multiple cameras. Once again, we appreciate our guests. We will bring you guys back. We are planning on doing a live podcast next month, so be on the lookout for future details in regards to that, as well as something potentially planned coming up in a very short time as well in Chicago. So shout out to everybody out there. Make sure you hit subscribe on the channel. You subscribe and make sure you send a video to a friend. Also make sure you go and you subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/HNB. Go do that right now. We got great perks up there. It helps us to continue to give you all amazing content, better content. We're only trying to get bigger and better. Shout out to these guys for coming through once again, and we appreciate you all. And shout out to everybody that also listens to these podcasts. We appreciate you for actually still listening to the podcast. The podcast plays have not dipped, despite us doing more and more video content that isn't podcast stuff. So shout out to all of our loyal podcast listeners. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. It's been HoopsNBrews. We'll get up with you all next time.
Shout it with me. I'm pulling the three. I'm the MVP.